regular customer of CBD American Shaman, it would be worth your while, even if you're not in the neighborhood, to drive to 11050 South Quivira Road and take advantage of the buy one, get one free. It is good today only and only at this location. So start your summer out right. Great place to help you find focus, balance, rest, more energy, better sleep, boost for your immune system. Maybe you just want to kick back and relax. Visit your local CBD American Shaman location. They can help you with whatever path you're seeking. The highest quality CBD products designed to support your wellness. You'll find the balance you need to enjoy what should be a wonderful summer. You see the letter CBD in a lot of places. Do some research. You'll find out quickly. CBD American Shaman is the place you want to go. There is a major, major difference. Check it out for yourself. From topical oils and water-based CBD products are crafted to help with everyday stress, physical tension. Free samples every day, and today only, here at this location. Buy one, get one free. Plus, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to give away a little, basically kind of like a sample bag. Nano CB Go cherry gummies with the apple cider vinegar. Sugar-free CBD gummy drops. Extra strength green apple flavor, CBD night gummies with the mixed berry flavor, and a 250 milligram nano CBD topical cream. You can win this gift package today, but you got to get here. You got to sign up. It's at CBD American Shaman. Again, if you're going to GPS at 11050 Quivira Road, and that'll take you right to us. We're here facing east in the center. The center faces both College and Quivira. We face Quivira, again, on the northwest corner. So make it real easy for you to get over here and say hello, as we've already had a friend of the program stop in and say hello. And he was wearing the good, or at least my favorite kind of Royals alternative hat with the fountains. It was blue. It did not transition to pink. No problem with pink. I think you should make a pink hat. I think my daughters would love a pink hat. My wife would love a pink hat. I just don't like blue transitioning to pink. I think it looks goofy. Goofy. But then again,
when it's the fade, it looks like
I don't like that.
Looks like they dipped them in paint but didn't get all the way in.
If you love it, wear it with pride. You ain't got to have me approve of it for you to wear it. If you love it, wear it with pride. Go get it. I think a lot of the kids do like it, so what the hell do I know?
While we're talking about the Royals and thanking people, good people who are listeners.
Is this the transition? Are you going to transition into bad base running here?
No. Transitioning into good people and fans of the program. I head out on Tuesday nights to go to the ballpark, and the first person I see when I get off the elevator and go into the press box is my former wrestling coach at Raytown High, Dick Schmidt, who's been
wrestled?
at Decay. No, well, he was I call him coach.
What weight?
105. I was really good. I would just land on the person, and they're like, I'm done.
It was a different time, people. A different time in the big man's life.
But the great Coach Schmidt is always out there at the gate, and a man by the name of Greg, who also helps out in the press box. He always has trivia questions when I come in.
Oh, what do you have for you?
He had, I can't remember what it was last. I got it right. I can't remember this one. Maybe that's why I don't remember, because I got it right. But we got to talking, and he said he listens to the program every week. He loves Blair. He loves the drill, and he just loves the whole deal. So, Greg, if you're listening today out there, thank you for listening.
Well, that's awful nice.
I talk to him every Tuesday, and we kind of just started chatting about sports and the show, and so we got a fan at the K.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and appreciate everybody listening here today. And hopefully you get a chance to stop by CBD American Shaman, say hello today, and we'll talk about the finer points of base running.
Ew. Where would we get those examples, though?
What? What is so hard about running the bases at the big league level? You're a big league player. Why is it so difficult?
It shouldn't be, unless you're being asked to run in situations where you shouldn't be running, or two, unless you're not running out of the box like you should be,
right?
Which was an admission last night, which we'll hear from Michael Garcia through his interpreter, Luis Perez. But it also, if you listen to Matt Quatraro, sounds like they're not done doing it.
Let's do it. Let's hear from Matt Cotrero because I tweeted this out last night. This is where I do have, I will sit here and defend Matt Cotrero's lineups, his batting orders. Not that I necessarily agree with them, but that there is logic and reason behind what they're doing. But I do not get where their head is when it comes to running the bases. Last night, Matt Cotrero was asked about the aggressiveness on the bases.
Yeah, well, I mean, start with Lane in the first inning, the hustle double, getting to second base, setting up a second and third situation there. So that was a positive from him, going hard out of the box. He's got a green light to steal. And in a situation where obviously we're struggling to score runs, that's a split second from being him standing up on third. The guy held the ball a split second longer and got us. So that was a tough break there. And Michael reads the high throw out of the guy's hand. He launched the throw, and catcher did a good job of throwing him out at second.
Just to be clear, did you like that aggressiveness from Garcia going to second?
Yeah, when you read a throw like that, I mean, that's what everybody's taught to do. You read that throw launch out of his hand like that, you go.
Two things when you hear Garcia next. I didn't think about this until a few times listening to the two cuts. He says Lane Thomas, he was asked about the aggressiveness. Now, clearly the question was designed because they had guys tossed out. He began with the guy who did it successfully. I thought, well, he's just throwing a positive in to balance out some of the negative. Then I heard, but the third or fourth time going through that, he mentions Thomas when he's not breaking out of the box or running hard out of the box. And I wonder if that is in reference to what we hear from Michael Garcia coming up next.
Well, I first of all, they're 33 of 48 on just steals.
Not
but
good.
it's not even the steals. It's all the times they're
Yes.
thrown out.
Yes.
And thrown out in times that Little League coaches would be upset. Like Michael Garcia, loafing out of the box. And Eric Hosmer last night of the game even said, once you shut it down, you can't turn it back on. You're just – once you see that, if you've already shut it down, you're dead. It takes too long to get up and running again. And he jumped on that right away. Michael Garcia, through an interpreter, Luis Perez, talked about that play.
I didn't come out of the box hard, but once I saw the throw was high, Damon said to go and take it, and I was out.
Damon is Damon Hollins, the Royals' first base coach. Now, is that him? Is he trying to say, well, Damon told me to go, coach him, or it is, again, it's through an interpreter, so you don't really know what the tone of voice was because you don't know what you're listening to and you're hearing it.
And you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you figure out who's at fault there. I don't care. It was bad base running. If it's your coaches, fire your coaches.
Yeah.
If all these base running blunders, which have been going on for more than a season, because it was happening all last season, if this is because your coaches keep yelling "go" all the time, then fire them.
Yeah. That's why I made the distinction of him mentioning Hollins. You're like, well, was he just a mistake? Was he not supposed to go and he went and then it's on the player? Or did the first base coach go? Somebody's at fault for that.
There's more. Matt Cotrero was asked if the outs on the bases are magnified when they don't score.
Yeah, and at the same time, you have to try to create some things when you're struggling to score runs. So with every opportunity, there's also a chance to be thrown out. And, it feels bad when it doesn't work out. But at the same time, like I said, like you accentuate the one in the first inning if we come through there and put up a crooked number, or maybe the game has a totally different complexion. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it doesn't hurt when it doesn't work out your way. But at the same time, if you're trying to be aggressive and make some things, create some opportunities for yourselves on the bases, you got to do that.
You
No,
don't.
you don't. I mean, this is getting to a point.
Most teams don't.
Like, if you want to get me to where I start talking about making some changes when it comes to the coaching staff and the manager, keep talking like this. This is unbelievably frustrating. Unbelievably frustrating. One more, just to give you the whole flavor of everything he was saying last night. Cotrero was asked how he balances wanting to take the extra base with the risk of being thrown out.
I didn't come out of the box hard, but once I saw the throw was high, Damon said to go and take it, and I was out.
Yeah, that was Michael Garcia. Let's hear Matt Quatraro. This is number 3 we're looking for here. Matt Quatraro was asked how he balances wanting to take the extra base with the risk of being thrown out.
Yeah, I mean, I think not all of those are going to be equal, right? Because some of them you're talking about stolen base opportunities. Some of them you're talking about things like tonight where the aggressiveness is warranted, and some of them were much earlier in the season as well. So, I mean, we need to create opportunities. So we have to try to do things like that because we're not hitting a bunch of homers. We're not, our offense has to be predicated on some of the aggressiveness on the bases, and sometimes you're going to make those outs.
I mean, I cannot stress enough. Let's go back. Well, when you're not scoring runs, when you're not hitting homers, that should not be acceptable. So now let's go back. If this base running is a result of the fact that you can't hit, fire the hitting coach.
Yeah. And it also, we talked about it, I think, yesterday, and I actually asked him that later on, which we'll hear later, about the fact that they're around major league average in every offensive category except for runs scored. Well, wouldn't that, I mean, if you're getting tossed down on the bases, there's a pretty direct cause and effect relationship.
Absolutely.
A base hit, a single, or a double matters less if the guy gets gunned out at the plate when you send him with one out than if he stays at third base.
In the 6th inning, in a game that was 2-1, Lane Thomas gets thrown out at third base. Okay, trying to steal third. Not Ricky Henderson, Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
Not Tim Raines, not even Bobby Witt Jr. Lane Thomas. Which, did I miss the memo on Lane Thomas being one of the great base stealers of our generation?
I don't think so.
You're in a 2-1 game. It is tight. It's one run. You've got a runner in scoring position. Earlier in the year when we talked about, well, you're not coming through with runners in scoring position. Well, I think the key is to just keep getting guys on base. Eventually it will come. I agree with that. They've been remarkable at their ability to just spread their hits evenly amongst the innings and not have them bunch together and create runs.
If they stay on base.
But I think that will eventually happen if you don't do dumb things.
Dad, okay? I can't see too well. Is that Lou Brock over there?
Lane Thomas gets thrown out trying to steal third base, and frankly, he was easy out. And immediately following that, the next pitch is a wild pitch that would have advanced him to third anyway, and then was a sac fly, or then was a fly ball that ended the inning, but would have only been the second out of the inning, and he would have scored easily, and it would have been a 2-2 game. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, this is intro to analytics. Okay, this is not the advanced portion where you need Daniel Mack and his team really grinding through the numbers. You get 27 outs. Giving them away is a killer, and they are doing it time and time and time again on the bases. And listen, as long as Matt Quatraro goes in and says, hey, dumbasses, pull your head out and let's start playing the game the right way, I don't really care what he tells us, right? I'm hoping that this is just lip service. But they are doing the exact same thing that they did last year. And I will come back and I will tell you again, you are not going to run your way to a successful offense. You are not going to steal your way to a successful offense. You know, they've done the math, one of the early analytics. And listen, somebody feel free to show me the new data where, nope, this isn't true. But long ago, in one of the first statty books I read on baseball, they said that the 1,400 plus, they came to the conclusion that the 1,400 plus stolen bases from Ricky Henderson amounted to a little over an extra 100 runs scored in his career. That had he never stolen a base, he would have only scored about 100 runs less. Or 140 runs. I don't even remember what it was.
A negligible number over 25
yes.
career.
What made Ricky Henderson great was his on-base percentage being around 400 or a little better, I think. His extra base pop, his doubles, his home runs, his base running, his first to third, his first to home. That's what really made him a threat. It was not the superfluous, usually, stealing of a base. Now, I'm not here to tell you that stolen bases are irrelevant. They're not. Down 1 run in the 9th inning, standing on first base, if you can take second, by all means, that's really valuable. But early on, you've got to be safe, because the key to success, I'll quote Ryan Lefebvre, who's not by any means the pound the drum for the analytics guy. He's, if anything, he's an old school baseball guy. But he's said it on the air a number of times, that he was told a long time ago that you look at a box score at the end of the game and you will generally see that the team that won had more runs in 1 inning than the other team scored in the whole game, which means the big inning is usually the reason why you win.
And it's happened each of the nights this week.
Yes. And if you don't, if you give away outs, you never have the big inning. It's why you don't bunt. You don't want to give away the outs. And listen, I mean, seriously, let's start talking about chopping this team up and building for the future. It is time to quit screwing around, even pretending like this team is going to get hot, even acting like they're going to get in this race, no matter how bad the American League is. If they are literally, publicly, and more importantly, and we don't know, but if behind closed doors are actually looking at each other and going, you know the key to our success? Stealing bases. Taking the extra base. Outs be damned. We've got to go. Balls to the wall all the time. Run till you're out, boys, because we ain't going to hit you in. So just go, 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 and hope for a bad throw. You're doomed, because it's the big leagues. Guys can throw the ball to third base. Guys can throw the ball to second base. Guys can catch the ball and apply the tag, something that has been challenging for this ball club at times, but they can actually do that. So the whole concept of our offense for the long haul, not in any one given time, and all of last year and this year, it's become clear that this is a plan. And we talked about it last year at the end of the season conversation, brought it up again in spring training, have talked about it a couple of times this year. The comments of Matt Quatraro, the most damning evidence against Matt Quatraro, the manager, are his comments about we need to be aggressive on the base paths. I don't know where this disconnect is coming from, but they're killing themselves time and time again. And I don't need degrees from Columbia, Vanderbilt, and Notre Dame, as their head of analytics has, to figure that out.
Every argument he makes for doing it can also be made for not doing it.
Again, I hope this is just lip service, and he is as frustrated and upset as we are over watching this happen time and time again. But it is wrong. I invite anyone to tell me why giving away these outs at the rate that they are giving them away is somehow a net positive. I think it's the simplest of math. 27 opportunities, 27 outs. You've got to avoid them.
Especially at third and home. It's second, maybe it's a lesser, but when you have guys tossed out at third and at home, it kills an inning. Absolutely kills an inning, because you remove a guy who's at least 90 feet away, most 90 feet away from home, and you add an out. So instead of having first and third and 1 out, you've got a runner at first and 2 outs. It crushes an inning.
It's there. I mean, it could. He talks about, well, if we put up a crooked number, you do. How about if you make it 2-2?
Yeah.
And by the way, that scenario I just gave you, what inning was it? It was in the 6th. Mm-hmm. In the 6th, if Lane Thomas just stays at second base and advances the way he would have easily advanced and scores, you're still up. There's still only 2 outs. It's 2-2. Mm-hmm. And you've got a chance to add on to make it a big inning. It's frustrating. Like, I get it. Guys go in slumps. We've talked about it numerous times. I think we've been more than fair at talking about, hey, baseball's hard. That's one of the things I don't need to hear that from anybody over at the Royals anymore. We all know it. Okay? But it's really hard when you kill yourself time and time again on the bases. And that has to stop. Don't sit and tell us, I want to see what a wild card looks like, and then not do anything that builds that kind of team. 913-810-810, the phone number, 913-810-810. Stress relief, I need it. I'm at the right place. CBD American Shaman can help you out. If you need a little relaxation, they can help you out with that. Maybe it's more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system. High-quality CBD products designed to support your wellness and your pets. Don't forget about all their great pet products as well. CBD American Shaman can help you out. You got a dog that doesn't like the thunder and the lightning, and it scares him. They got some things that'll help your dog be a little bit, more comfortable when that kind of thing rolls around. Come check it out. Products for your horses, even. That's right, equine, I believe is the word. That's a big vocabulary word for me. I'm 99% sure
Right.
I used it correct. 99%.
Or
Feeling
equine.
good.
Either way.
Yeah.
You know what it means.
Topicals to oils, water-based CBD, all their products crafted to help you with everyday stress, physical tension, whatever you're looking for. Come on out. Free samples. Buy one, get one at this location. We're on the northwest corner of College and Quivira. If you're going to GPS it, 11050 Quivira Road here in Overland Park.
The program with Soren Petro.
I'll watch any football game you put in front of me because I just love football. I just love football. I love football more than you love football.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
You know, one of the things that makes companies stand out is great customer service. That's Applause Custom Sight and Sound. Oh, absolutely. They're the best when it comes to technology. Applause has always been on the cutting edge, always will be on the cutting edge of technology. When it comes to smart home technology, smart office technology, in-home theaters, surveillance, security, yes, they're on the cutting edge of that. But great customer service as well. Listen, that's something that's really important. First of all, they've been in business for well over 20 years. In this industry, most companies don't even last 2 years. They're more than 2 decades in because they do it right. Listen, I'll give you a couple examples, like when we added security and surveillance about a year ago. Listen, Applause built it right the first time. So when I called, it was super easy. They got us on the schedule in just a handful of days, and they were done in 1 day. They sent the full team ready to wire everything up. Didn't need to cut anything, just got us all wired up. Now we can see all around our house anytime, anywhere. Right here on my phone right now, I can see. I know my house is safe and secure. Great customer service, great craftsmanship when it comes to installing everything. Everything looks perfect. And, of course, yes, the very best with technology as well. So, look, if you're looking for that true smart home, I'm talking about the ability to control all your TVs, all your lighting, all your music, surround sound in every room that you want. How about one button to turn everything on in the house or turn everything off in the house? That's just a little bit of what smart home technology is. And Applause Custom Sight and Sound has been the best for more than 2 decades. I know. They've been in my house for more than 2 decades. Both my homes that I've owned, Applause Custom Sight and Sound has made them truly my castle. So if you want the best, get the best. Get Applause Custom Sight and Sound. Call 913-498-1183. Find them on the web at applausetheater.com.
If you're caring for an aging parent, you know it's more than just being there. It's scheduling appointments, arranging transportation, managing paperwork, and constantly following up. It can feel like a second full-time job. Kansas Pace takes that weight off your shoulders by coordinating everything: doctor visits, transportation, therapies, and more. Your loved one gets the care they need, and you get time back in your day. Less stress, more peace of mind. See how Kansas Pace supports families at kansaspace.org.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Step inside Twin Peaks and you're instantly in the lodge. Warm wood, stone accents, and that mountain retreat vibe that hits the second you walk in. Massive TVs line every wall, turning every seat into a front row view of the action. That I'm staying a while smell of wings and burgers fill the air. And 29-degree draft beer
You're listening to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Todd Lebo coming up next hour. He'll join us here at CBD American Shaman, where we are located today. Stop on by and say hello. Buy one, get one free at this location. While we're here today only, you can take advantage of the special 30% off on orders of $99 or more at all participating CBD American Shaman locations. But here, where we are on the northwest corner of College and Quivira, it's buy one, get one free. If you got questions, they got answers. Come on in and talk to their experts. They'll be happy to answer any of your questions, whether it's energy, better sleep, boost your immune system. Come on out. It's CBD American Shaman here on the northwest corner of College and Quivira, 913-3810810, talking some Royals baseball. The Royals continue to slide further and further back. It is clearly a critical moment, if the moment hasn't already passed on this season, as they now find themselves 7.5 out in the American League Central and dropping further and further back in the wild card. 3.5 is all they are, but still, again, 7 teams that they have to clear. And I know there's a lot of baseball to be played, so getting by 7 teams isn't that arduous, but at some point you just are what you are.
Yeah.
You're just not a good baseball team.
I think it's also notable that they seem to be kind of trying to attempt to replicate what the Rays and Guardians have done, but the Rays have the best record in baseball, and the Guardians are in first place in the Central, and if that's what they're trying to do, they're not. It ain't happening.
Yeah. 913-3810810. Hit me up on the Twitter at Soren Petro, SOREN-PETRO. Let's talk to John. You're in the program, John. What's going on, buddy? Let me try this again. Let's talk to John. You're in the program, John. What's going on, bud? Okay. Was that a cop? Okay. All right. I didn't know if the wasn't pushed
stunned.
up. Just put him back on hold, and we'll see if he comes back around. Tim, congratulations. You're in the program. What's going on, Tim?
Well, I'm as frustrated as you are. I didn't catch the first part of your little rant there, but, I mean, I think what's frustrating me the most is I don't know what options they have. I mean, can they send people down to AAA? Does Vinny need to get sent down? Is that even an option? And it's almost like the players are like, well, we don't got anything in the minor leagues to threaten us anymore. I mean, I think they got to do something to shake this team up, because besides the pitching getting decimated now, I mean, they just can't score any runs.
Yeah, we're reaching that point. I mean, I guess the question I would have is, and this is where I come back to something that we kind of hatched earlier this week, is this team look like a contender? I mean, or are we kidding ourselves? Is this team really, 2 years ago was just kind of the anomaly. 2 years ago was the fluke when they outperformed everything. They certainly outperformed the injuries. They were completely injury-free. And we've just, the echoes of 24 are in our head, making us think that not only is what they're capable of, but that's who they are. And in reality, they aren't that good. And that was a year, and I've always said I think you can play, if we had a 100-point scale, whatever you think the team is, if you're an 88 on a 100-point scale, you can play, 10 spots up, and you can play 20, 25 spots down when things start snowballing and going south. I think it's time to start evaluating, and I think the big picture is I think it's quickly becoming an evaluation of the big picture and not an evaluation of this season, because they're tanking this season on their own. It starts to become listen, do we get to the trade deadline? Are we here just looking to tinker and tweak and try to get a little bit better for next year? Or do we have to realize this group doesn't work? It's not going to work, and we need to start chopping up the pieces and getting as much as we can and start looking for when we can put together a team that does work. I think that's the reality of this situation. It's more a big picture look. There's the fluke this year is the sweeping Seattle. It's the handful of good games. Unfortunately, the reality is the bad baseball.
But they have 7 road wins, and 3 of them were in one series. At 24, more I look at 24, more it does seem like the outlier, because not just what's happened since, but all the things that went well. We mentioned that the freak show health of the starting rotation. and they barely got in. And when they got in after a game that they lost because somebody else lost. And usually I mean, you get in how you get in, but they didn't like they sprinted to the tape at the end. They won 2 games against a team that wasn't really ready to go, and then the Yankees kind of unveiled them for the kind of team that they were in that next series. You do get the feeling that when you look back on this thing 5 years from now, you're going to go, wow, 24 was just everything lined up for
Well,
them.
it's starting to look more and more like 2003.
Yes.
Like, that kind of year. Sorry to interrupt you, Tim. Go ahead.
No, I mean, if you think back, I guess that's what the Royals got to figure out, because you think back to the Ned Yost days when he kept sticking Esky out there and everybody was questioning why. He's like, hey, eventually he's going to have to learn how to do this. I mean, they need to start doing that with Cags now and quit not playing him all the time. If they're not contenders, they need to figure out how to become a contender.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, and I appreciate the call, Tim. 913-3810810. It is, once the season's gone, and that's the thing. We've been looking at this differently, as this is not a development season. This is a season to go win something. Well, it's quickly becoming a development season.
Yes.
It's quickly becoming that, yes, play Nick Lofton. There's no reason to play Starling Marte anymore if this season has gone to waste. If there's nothing to play for this year, then let's finally figure out what the hell Nick Lofton is. Jack Caglione plays every day. Yes, I will champion and support and back all those that say just play those guys, because you've got to start expediting their process of being ready to go. It's not about, well, we'd love to, have Carter Jensen bat all the time, but we can't because we're trying to win a division here. You're quickly, and we're probably being way too kind, but you're quickly getting there if you're not already there, to where you got to shift in what your approach is to things. 913-3810810. Kyle, you're in the program. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Soren. I loved your show yesterday. I got to listen to it after work. I got to watch it on the app on my phone, or not watch it, but on my Facebook app. You guys did a great show yesterday and another great show today, so I just want to compliment that first to
Thank
you,
you,
Soren and Kurtis. So I don't have the stats in front of me because I'm driving, but Salvi is batting 100, and what's his age? 36?
Yes.
Soren?
Yes, 36.
I don't understand, Soren. Maybe you answered this question yesterday, so I'm going to ask this. Why is he batting in the lineup almost every single day when we have Carter Jensen, who's a young guy? I like to see him at bat. The guy. My point is this. I'm going to make this point real quick. We're just not scoring runs. And you have Vinny and Salvi, who are supposed to be our guys, our cleanup guys that are supposed to hit. And they're, is Pasquantino hitting like 200 and Salvi batting somewhere around 100? I don't have the stats in front of me. But this is getting to the point of, why are we doing this? I don't understand the manager's concept. Sorry.
Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry. Well, what I was going to say was that, I think that, first of all, for the numbers, Vinny is batting 194 with a 279 on base, and Salvi's 199 with a 249 on base. They did move Vinny Pasquantino down to 7 last night. He was 0 for 3 with a walk, 2 strikeouts. Salvi batted third against the left-hander. He was 0 for 2, but did walk twice, so he at least got on base a couple of times. I mean, I have defended, and I understand it, and it's why I'm saying that, like, we're getting to the point to where there will be no defense. Those guys have done it. I understand them saying, we believe in these guys. They've done it in the past. We're going to do it. I'm fine with that, as long as you're playing for something. But they're very quickly taking that off the table. And at that point, you need to be about, maximizing the at-bats. Put Jack Caglione higher just because he'll get more at-bats. He'll get more experience, if not for the reason that Jack Caglione is hitting 246 and 314 on base. Still not great, but better than what those guys are. And so, yeah, it's, the justification is, and I appreciate the call, Kyle, the justification is that those guys have been there and done it. Both of them last year, I think they were both 30 and 100 last year, 30 home runs, 100 RBIs. They have been there and done it, but they're not doing it now. And There is no good answer. This team does not go to the playoffs without those guys being at least 20 plus and 85 plus. And so if you're looking at it and the metrics say that Salvi's bat is slowing down, and if he is just growing old in front of your eyes, he's not going to grow younger, right? So, like, Perez is the one that I think is the less likely one to turn things around. And at some point they've got to come to grips with it, and it can't be because we'll hurt Salvi's feelings is the reason why we're not sending him, down the lineup.
There are 199 players in the major leagues this year who have at least 90 plate appearances with men on base. Vinny Pasquantino and Salvador Perez have the 4th and 5th lowest OPSs of those 199.
Well, and Sam McDowell was telling us that they had the most opportunities with men on base. I mean, Bobby Wood Jr. is in front of them.
Yeah.
And they're not able to hit him in.
Nope.
So, yeah, it's incredibly frustrating. 913-810-810. Vicky, you're in the program. What's going on, Vicky?
I love you. Haven't called in a long time. Couldn't get in.
Well, you're in now, Vicky. What do you got for us?
My point is, we need to clean house. My God. We need to clean house. Boston did it. We can do it. I'm ashamed of the front office. I'm ashamed of our manager. There's no words to explain except he's an idiot. He's a damn idiot.
I wouldn't go that far.
He needs to go. No, he needs to go. The front office should be ashamed of the way this manager is not managing the team. We are a complete failure. There is no reason that he cannot inspire and get people to produce. That is what a manager's job is, and he refuses to acknowledge that. He says, I guess we should be aggressive a little bit. What is the hell is that all about? What was that excuse? No more. The front office, Sherman needs to fire everybody.
Vicky, thank you for the call, and I know it's not easy to make Vicky speechless, but she was there.
Can't find the words.
Matt Quatraro is not an idiot. I will say that. Listen, I think the way to arrive at the correct answer is not by overinflating the problems.
Yeah.
It's to accurately assess what the problems are. There is not, and to go back to what Kyle was talking about with the batting order, there isn't a good order right now.
No.
Right? There just isn't. Too many guys are not hitting to be able to find something. The only guy hitting is Bobby Witt Jr. Okay? And, really the only guy. But for me, where I have been staunchly, and I still don't think Matt Quatraro is going to get fired. I don't think it's even on the table. But if you continue to do the kind of things like Michael Garcia did, where you don't run hard out of the box and then you get yourself thrown out at second base, if that kind of baseball continues to be played, then there will be a change. Then it will be put on the table, and you will have to look at it. Because I don't think you can put uninspired, bad baseball on the field. You can try and lose, but when you play the game wrong, changes must come.
Yeah, and when you defend some part of it, if someone says, this isn't happening, that's on cue, and you say, no, it's not, you get labeled as a cue defender. Well, I'm looking at the situation and telling you what I think about it. The base running stuff, that's more on the manager. The fact that Vinny Pasquantino and Salvador Perez are both around 500 or 480 with men in scoring position, that's Matt Quatraro's not telling him, go up there and swing with the bat backwards. That's they really can't do much about that.
I'm not for flipping over the table in the clubhouse, but there are times that, you need the stick and not the carrot. Okay, and I think it's not very often, and I don't think it's something you can play maybe more than once. I don't know, maybe once a year, if even that much. The frustrating thing for me and the troubling sign for me is that Matt Quatraro seems to believe that this type of base running is a positive.
Yeah.
That is the most troubling thing. I know only what I hear from him, and he constantly defends what is purely bad base running. That is a problem, and that part has to get fixed. 9133-810-810. We're on the road today. Come see us. We're at CBD American Shaman. Buy one, get one. All day right here at this location, 11050 Quivira Road. It's basically the northwest corner of College and Quivira. It is CBD American Shaman. From topicals to oils and water-based CBD, their products crafted to help you with everyday stress, physical tension, maybe getting more sleep, maybe boosting your immune system. Come on out. You got questions, they got answers. It's at CBD American Shaman. We're on the northwest corner of College and Quivira.
The program with Soren Petro.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Listen, I've known Gary Joslin for about 20 years now. I've been going to Joslin's Jewelry for about 20 years. He's Kansas City's best. Listen, he was born and raised right here in Kansas City. Proud to be a mom-and-pop jeweler. You know, some of the big box stores kind of laugh at it. Oh, yeah, just one little store. You know, yeah, one great store right there at 95th and Antioch on the southeast corner where you can walk in, and if you need something repaired, you can get it repaired. Yeah, Gary's done tens of thousands of repairs. Happy to do them as well. How about an appraisal? Did you know that the municipalities, when they seize jewelry, they take it to Gary? Hey, is this a costume? Is it real? What do we need to do? You know, what's the story, Gary? They go to the man you can trust, Gary Joslin and Joslin's Jewelry. He's got members of his staff that have been with him for more than 30 years. It's a great place to work. It's an even better place to shop. Trust me, you're treated like family the moment you walk in the door. And like I said, the staff is so knowledgeable. No matter what you're looking for, pearls, maybe it's one of those stackable necklaces. How about some diamond stud earrings, engagement rings? They've got almost 1,000 to choose from. Tennis bracelets. Maybe you've got a birthday coming up. How about some of those birthstones? They've got hundreds to choose from in each and every birthstone. Gary is Kansas City's best. That's why he was voted the #1 jewelry store in Kansas City by Ingram's Magazine. Listen, a true jeweler. That's what Gary is. Everything. He knows everything about jewelry. And then so does the staff. And they're happy to share it with you. Great customer service, great jewelry at a fair price. Gary doesn't want your money. He wants your business. You know what that means? It means he's going to give you a fair price because he wants you to come back every time you need jewelry. Whether it's something simple like a confirmation necklace like we bought our last trip in there, or maybe it's that most important ring. Like I said, almost 1,000 engagement rings to choose from at Joslin's Jewelry, right down the southeast corner of 95th and Antioch, just about a mile north of 435. You can find them online at joslinsjewelry.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out.
You listen to the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thanks for joining us as we lament yet another bad performance from the boys in blue, as base running blunders were the story for me. Tired of watching it. Don't need to see that crap no more.
When it's the kind of stuff like we've all played D-League softball at some point. And you've seen things that like your boys would rip you for. Dude, what are you thinking? And this is a major league team are making stuff that you would get razzed for at Miller's Woods.
The pitching matchup tonight, Michael Wacha against Connolly Early. Connolly Early, a left-hander. The lineup is out for the Kansas City Royals. Michael Wacha will be on the bump for the boys in blue. Michael Garcia batting leadoff. Bobby Witt Jr. 2. Salvador Perez back in there in the 3-hole. He was 0 for 2. Did walk twice last night. Isaac Collins gets the call from the cleanup spot. So that is, I'm trying to look at last night's. Last night it was Lane Thomas. Tonight it's Isaac Collins in the cleanup spot. Nick Lofton will bat 5th. Jack Caglione hitting 6th. Starling Marte is your DH. He'll bat 7th. The catcher, I forget his first name, Diaz.
Yeah.
He's catching.
Elias
Diaz. And Kyle Isbell playing center field. No Vin Pasquantino.
No Vincent.
No Vinny Pasquantino in this lineup. Salvador Perez at first base. He is the one playing first base. So they try a new lineup. We'll see how this one works tonight for your Kansas City Royals. We're at CBD American Shaman. Buy one, get one free here at College and Quivira. Stop on by, say hello. Going to be doing some giveaways as well.
All right, NBA playoffs. What player holds the single-season record for points per game with at least 10 games played? Brought to you by Twin Peaks.
That's right. We need a contestant right now at 913-3810810. We play for a wonderful gift card to Nick and Jake's. $25 just for playing. We'll bump that to $40 if you can win. Petro, Seaboldt, Collier. We're joined here at CBD American Shaman by Todd Lebo. We are at College and Quivira, northwest corner of College and Quivira. You can stop on by and stock up. Buy one, get one free today only at this location only. All around at the participating CBD American Shamans. The Summer Buzz specials have started. 30% off orders of $99 or more at all participating CBD American Shaman locations. But today only here at the CBD American Shaman in OP at College and Quivira, 11050 Quivira to be precise. It's buy one, get one free. So start your summer out right. Stock up. CBD American Shaman, great place to help you find focus, balance, rest, more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system. Maybe just you looking to kick back and relax. They got you covered. Even products for your pets as well. The topical creams, one of the things that has given me relief with my shoulder. When it starts barking, when I don't lift quite right, the topical cream has been great for me. I got a buddy whose dad was a mason and was basically ready to get out of the business. And the topical cream, his hands just hurt so much from
You're talking about an actual Mason.
Yes,
not one of these
Mason.
guys who runs the world.
No,
okay,
no,
not a
Freemason, a Mason. This guy did real work.
Real work, yeah.
And he was not fictitious.
Yes.
And so it got him back working because it took away all the pain out of his hands. So CBD American Shaman's got a lot of products for you. Plus, we're going to be giving away a little prize package. How about this, Todd? Nano CB Go cherry gummies with apple cider vinegar, a sugar-free CBD gummy drops with the extra strength green apple flavor, CBD night gummies, mixed berry flavor, and 250 milligram nano CBD topical cream. Exactly what I'm talking about here. We're going to give that away, but you got to get here to CBD American Shaman, College and Quivira. Come on by and say hello. We'd love to see you here.
Right, you're having fun. They got people outside with samples and stuff. It's a great store.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very comfy chairs, too.
Oh, so
they always have a nice, comfortable place for you to hang out at CBD American Shaman, all of them. So stop in, locally owned and operated. Come see them here at CBD American Shaman. Remember, you'll see CBD on some things at the gas station. Please don't. CBD American Shaman.
Yeah.
You got questions. They got answers. We're here in Overland Park at College and Quivira. We need a contestant now to play the feud. We have a contestant? We have a contestant. His name is Zach. Zach, thank you for joining us, buddy. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing very good, as a matter of fact. You, of course, have no doubt heard the feud before. You know how it works. You know you have a big choice to make here. You have to decide who are you going to play with. Are you going to play with Todd? Are you going to play with Kurtis? Or are you going to play with me? How are you going to do it?
I'm going to play with you, Soren.
There we go. Me and Zach are here to take the title back. Okay. How about that for a little rhyme? You want to go first or second, Zach?
I'll go second.
Okay, Zach is going to bat in the very important, most important spot of the lineup.
2-hole.
He's going to go in the 2-hole. I will lead off and set the table for Jack. How about you two schmoes?
What do you want to do,
going to be?
I'll go first.
You go first.
I'll go first.
Lebo and then Kurtis. That will be our orders. You ready, Kyle?
I'm ready.
All right.
All right, give me Soren and give me Todd. We got 7 answers on the board. Name a head coach in the NFL Hall
Petro.
of Fame. Soren.
Oh, let me finish.
Well, you know, it's
the
delay there. I anticipated.
Garbage.
I will go with Vince Lombardi.
Lombardi, number 1. Pass or play?
Zach, we got to play this. Football coaches in the Hall of Fame. We got to play, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably not my strongest, but we'll give it a shot. I'm not great at that.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, you're up, Zach.
Tom Landry.
Number 3.
Don Shula.
Don Shula, number 5.
Oh. Oh God, what was the Bears head coach or the Bears?
Dick Duran, is that you're thinking of?
Yeah.
No.
He's not thinking of Dick Duran.
Razzle dazzle.
No, this guy's name
No.
begins with a letter.
Gabe Gibran.
Come on.
The guy he's thinking of
is
Do they have a hall for him?
Just quiet down.
I
My God.
couldn't remember.
This is unbelievable.
I couldn't remember if they did or not.
Yeah, I'm
Alas,
an
you
idiot
can't
in
think
that
of
category.
Curtis.
Bill Parcells.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Did not make the list, but that strike one.
Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and take the one you can't think of because clearly Curtis had nothing on his paper, and then he scrambled and wrote down George Hallis.
Yeah.
Strike
Oh!
two did not make the list.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. How many more we got?
We need 5 more. I think we only
Looking
got 2
for,
so far.
Looking for 2, 4, 6, and 7.
Struggle bus here.
Maybe it is Dick Duran.
Maybe it is Abe Gibran.
Dick Vermeil.
Could be.
Dick Vermeil, number 7.
Didn't he go in? Right. I'm going to go. I think Marty got in. I'm going to go Marty Schottenheimer. Oh, didn't he get in?
3.
I thought he did.
I thought he did.
So what are the correct answers you have so far?
Number 1, Vince Lombardi. Number 3, Tom Landry. Number 5, Don Shula. Number 7, Dick Vermeil.
Well, definitely Chuck Nola's in
Yeah.
there.
Hank Stram.
Bill Walsh, I believe, as well.
Bill Walsh, Joe Gibbs, John Madden. I think Stram, or is it too, even though it's Casey's too far back?
I'm a little
Those
worried
two
about
far
the
back.
older one. No. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's lots of coaches in there. I mean, it's like Curly Lambeau is probably in there, but I don't know if he's on the list.
Good one.
Pop Warner probably in there.
Sure. I'd go with that.
Let's go with either Chuck Noll or Hank Stram. Let's go Chuck Noll. He won 4 Super Bowls. Chuck Noll. Oh.
Yes.
Ouch. That
in
is
the face.
That is 60 points over to Petro and Zach. The
Sorry,
ones you
Curtis.
missed, number 2, John Madden. Number 4, Joe Gibbs. Number 6, Bill Walsh.
Oh, they didn't have Hank Stram to make the list there?
Wow. I thought when I heard Bill Walsh, I'm like, oh, that's where they're going to
We
go.
had
That's
everyone,
definitely the
but
one.
we had the only 2 guys we tossed out were the 2 that didn't make it.
Couple
good
of
job by
dolts.
us.
Couple of dolts.
Couple
Well done,
of
Zach.
dummies. Okay.
It's time for the Zach attack.
Before we move on, Zach, let's test that buzzer.
Zach.
There it is.
There it is.
Can we test Curtis's buzzer? Curtis, let's test that buzzer.
All right.
Curtis.
Okay, just right on cue.
Yeah.
Moving over to baseball. 7 answers on the board. Give me Curtis and give me Zach. Name a manager in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
Curtis.
Curtis.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Joe Torre.
This is going to be a lot harder.
Joe Torre, number 3. Zach, can you beat that?
Tom Mattingly.
Not on the board.
Are we gonna play this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go then. Tony La Russa.
Number 1.
Oh, number 1.
Whitey Herzog.
Number 2.
It's taking him right off.
Earl Weaver.
Strike 1.
Tommy Lasorda.
Number 5.
Oh God. Is Earl Weaver in there? I just want to I hope I'm right, but I was just not on
I
the
think
list.
he is. I think he is.
I don't think it's going to be olds. But you can't. There's not a lot of new news in here, are there? Bobby Cox.
Bobby Cox, number 6.
R.I.P.
Strong.
Just 2 left. 4 and 7.
4 and 7. How many strikes do we have?
Just 1.
I'll
change your
say
strategy?
Connie Mack.
He's got a billion
Too
wins. I
far
had him
back.
written down. That's too far back. I'm going to try Dick Williams.
Right 3. Over to Soren and Zach.
Connie Mack was who I was thinking of. I wrote down McGraw, but I think I was thinking of Mack when I wrote down. Was there a McGraw?
Yeah, there was. He was the Giants manager way back in the day.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of just names I've seen. Gordon. Wasn't Gordon the Yankee or Red Sox
I think
manager?
so. Sure, why not?
This
doesn't seem like it.
He was a Royals first
yeah,
manager.
that's right.
What about Tommy Lasorda?
He already got named.
He got named.
But I would like
He's
you guys to
number
say him.
Okay.
Yeah, he got named kind of late there. I don't think Bochy's in.
Jim
He
Leland?
just quit last year.
But he was out for a little while. I thought
Oh,
maybe he got in.
Leland. That's
Ooh,
not bad.
Leland's not bad. That's the best one I've heard so far. You
Light
got
up
any
a cigarette.
others?
Let's go.
I'm not positive he's in, but I think he probably should be in.
I got it.
I know who a guy who was a
Curtis,
manager
I'm so
and is in the
mad.
Hall, but maybe not as a manager.
I'm so mad.
What do you think? Should we go Leland or?
That was the only ones that I could think of that weren't mentioned.
Todd wrote something down. I tried to steal a peek.
I'm sure it's right. I think even with Kyle's people, this is right.
I'm trying to think. Who am I missing? Who won multiples? That would have been there. God, who am I missing? All right, so we'll go Jim Leland.
Jim Leland, number 7. That is 90.
Nice.
Over to Zach.
That's good job,
Soren.
Zach.
Well done, Zach.
I got Sparky Anderson written down. Is he on
Oh
the list?
yeah, he's definitely in there.
The one you
Give me a
missed,
buzz it.
Sparky Anderson.
There we go.
Yeah,
Damn
good
it.
job.
Oh, I thought of it too late.
It's like when
he said Leland, I
Big
started
Red
thinking about
Machine's
the
one of my
Tigers and
all-time favorite teams.
he won one with
Completely
Detroit and he won one
Yep.
with the Tiger or the Reds.
Yeah.
Well,
Losers lament.
that's right. You got the right answers, just not at the right time.
Yeah, nope, sure didn't.
I think the Royals running the bases.
Yeah.
All right, give me Soren and give me Lebo. 7 answers on the board this time. Name me an Aerosmith album.
Lebo.
Oh God.
Lebo.
Permanent Vacation.
That is number 6.
Oh, really? We play
Might
this?
as well.
No. I get a.
Oh, yeah, you
okay.
get
Beat you.
Okay,
shot.
sure, let's
That's
go.
right.
Stupid ass.
Okay. Tick tock. Tick tock.
Hang on. Walk This Way.
That's a song.
Well, I thought maybe it was
What'd you call me?
title album.
Did you call me a dumbass?
I called you a dumbass. Yes, I did.
Look in the mirror.
I've got 2 that I think are fairly well known. So
Yeah.
maybe if you know some that might be,
Yeah, we might
leave
as
the
well.
other one for
We
me.
could watch them just strike out. We're only going to get 10 points on a steal.
You have not heard Zach say anything. Zach might be the foremost authority on
Could be.
Aerosmith.
He might be, but you're going to get 3 strikes. Let's play.
Let's play. I'm going to say Toys in the Attic.
That is number 1.
One. Pump.
Number 5.
Draw the Line.
Strike 1.
I don't want to know.
Get a Grip.
That's how you sound.
What's it called? Get a Grip. Not
Strike
there.
2.
Oh,
You
God,
strike
you guys
out.
are so good at these
Was
music
there one-
categories.
Some albums, some guys, their first one, they just do the name. Is it one called Aerosmith?
There is. That's number 2.
Good
All
philosophy.
right, God. So Permanent Vacation was 6. Go ahead, give them to me again. We got Toys in the Attic, Permanent Vacation, Pump.
All right, yeah.
What
Number
else?
1,
And
Toys in
Aerosmith.
the Attic. Number 2, Aerosmith. 5,
You up.
Pump. 6, Permanent Vacation.
All right, so Rocks.
Rocks, number 4.
Oh, dude.
I got another one, but it's a horrible one. I have the album. I have the vinyl of this one.
Aerosmith 2.
Without Joe Perry.
Van Halen did it. Led
That's
Zeppelin did
3, right?
Yeah.
All right. Zach, I hope you're an authority on Aerosmith because I've got things like Back in Black. And,
Wrong band.
yeah, that's not it.
No.
That's the wrong one. Okay.
I
Zach, I got literally nothing.
I had 2 in mind, and they were the last 2 to be guessed of Aerosmith and Rocks. Let me think.
I like Zach. He's got those old records. I like that.
How about
Aerosmith Live.
or Greatest Hits?
No. Volume 1.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
We'll go with Aerosmith Greatest Hits.
That's going to be
Was
8.
there one called Dreams or Dream? I mean, Dream On's a song. I don't know if it was an album, Dream On, but Done with Mirrors was an album that's horrible that I have that Joe Perry didn't play on. What do we miss?
Number 3, Get Your Wings. And number
Get Your
7.
Wings.
Number 7 is 9 Lives.
Oh, 9 Lives. I don't know what that was on. Get Your Wings. That was the one that had, I think, Dream On.
I don't care. How many did they get, Kyle?
80 points over to Todd
80
and
points.
Curtis.
80
Okay,
points.
Petro.
Okay. Come on, Zach.
All right,
Get
give
it
me,
back, Zach.
Give me Zach and give me Curtis. This one might be a little tough. 7 answers on the board. Name a famous walk-off homer.
Curtis.
Curtis?
Carlton Fisk.
Carlton Fisk, number 3, Game 6 of the 1975 World Series. Can you beat that, Zach?
Man.
Not a chance.
I got one.
I have nothing.
All right, Curtis and Todd, pass or play?
We'll play. Joe Carter in the World Series.
Joe Carter, Game 6 of the 93 World Series, number 1.
I'm going to say Kirk Gibson.
Kirk Gibson, number 2, Game 1 of the 1988 World Series.
I mean, I hope Bill Mazeroski winning the World Series in 1960 is on there. No,
Strike 1.
Too bad. Too bad.
Ooh. That narrows things down a bit. I think one that was recent. Aaron Boone sent the Yankees to the World Series one year.
Aaron Boone, Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS. That is number 6.
I mean, read the question again.
Name a famous walk-off homer.
I'm going to try for Royals fans. Opening day, Carlos Beltran. Okay, didn't make it. That was a good one, though.
Strike 2.
Is that 3?
That's
That's
2.
This is going to be 3, though. I think probably.
No, it's not. Curtis, I believe
What are you
in
going
you.
with, wings?
No.
Walk this way.
It happened the year that the Royals went to the World Series in
Yes.
14. How about Travis Ishikawa? Nope.
Steve, Reich 3, over to Petro and
crazy a
Zach
name.
for the steal.
Isn't the only one I've got written down, Zach, didn't Bobby Thompson, isn't that the shot heard around the world?
Or
Giants win
didn't
the
Freddie
pennant?
Freeman,
Giants
didn't
win the
Freddie
pennant?
Freeman just do one like 2 years ago?
Yeah, he
In
did.
the World Series.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman or Bobby Thompson's, Giants win the pennant.
Yeah.
Giants win the pennant.
I can't believe Bill Mazeroski didn't make it. My God. Won the World Series.
I mean, it's your,
$15 here we're playing with.
the extra Coronas, are in your hands.
I think I like yours, Soren, a little more well known maybe.
Okay, go with Bobby Thompson.
I'll go with Bobby Thompson, yeah.
We'll go Bobby Thompson.
The shot heard round the world.
My fault, Curtis.
1951. Number
Let's see
4
how
on
many
the
points
board.
that is.
That's got to
That
be enough.
is
Hold on.
It's enough.
Hold on.
You don't
that's
need to count.
85 total.
That's
Hold
enough.
on, Todd. Hang on and carry that. 235. Zach
Yep.
is a winner.
Ta-da.
Hey-o.
Curtis and Todd are losers. You get the extra. You get the big
How
gift
many
card there.
didn't we get? It was Jose Bautista. Didn't they walk it off in the LCS to go to the World Series?
I don't know.
I know Miguel
big bat
Maglio
flip thing.
Ordonez did. No, that wasn't a walk-off.
There's got to be a big poppy on there.
Maglio
somewhere.
Ordonez
Who
did
was
in
it, Kyle?
06.
Number 5, Kirby Puckett, 91 Game 6.
91 series.
We'll see you
Tomorrow night.
Number 7, Ozzie Smith, Game 5, 1985.
That is
In
lame.
LCS.
Go crazy, folks.
There it is. Yeah, I think it's a great question. Well done, well played. Zach, you're a hell of a player. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. Struggle to get there, but thanks for letting me play.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
know,
it done.
235 to 80. I don't
pretty
think
good.
there's much of a struggle. We laid a beat. The only thing they got was the cheesy, worthless music category. So forget about it. When
Yeah.
it comes to real man stuff,
Yeah, real stuff.
We dominated. So
Dominated.
Zach, thank you. Hold on. We're going to get some information. You're going to Nick and Jake's, buddy. Enjoy it. Zach's a winner. Nick
Ozzy,
and Jake's.
I wanna see the,
Dine in, carry out, delivery. Go to nickandjakes.com. Great place to watch a game. Get some eats. Take the family. Go with the fellas. Nick and Jake's, 3 locations to serve you.
I would like to go back and see if they had the bat track or whatever stats on Ozzie Smith's home run. About an exit velo of 78. Went 294 feet. It got over the wall by like a
ever left-handed home run.
How did you guys not? The first name I wrote down was Bobby Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they'll click this
I
off
put
fast.
Bill Mazeroski first because it won the World Series.
Well, then when you said
Dumb.
Bill Mazeroski, I'm like, wait a minute, am I getting that wrong? Is the one of was it Mazeroski?
You were thinking 51.
But that was
Mazeroski
yours, the
was
Pirates
60.
Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bill Mazeroski just got them to the World Series.
The shot heard round the world.
Yeah.
How do you? But not by Curtis and
No,
Todd.
not by us.
With
That's
4
pathetic.
World Series and 2 championships, that's the one thing the Royals don't have is the famous
No.
postseason walk-off.
No postseason
They've got a lot of extra inning ones, but they're all on the road.
Yeah.
Carlos Beltran was a good one, though. That was the opening day, the first year we had the Royals.
Actually,
And we
yes.
thought, well, that's going to get them to the playoffs, and then they.
And it was all
If
downhill.
I remember correctly,
all down.
I thought his tied it and Mendy Lopez won it.
I thought Minnie Lopez tied it and he won it. I can't remember. Either way, it wasn't on the
We
list.
thought, here we
Doesn't
go.
matter.
It was our first game.
Yes.
Having the Royals, we're like, the magic of 03 continues, and I think they lost like 8 of their next 9 or something like that.
That was a fun opening day.
On their way to 104 losses.
It really was.
It was a great opening day.
Great opening day.
The rest, not so good.
Not so good.
All right, we'll take a break. We're at CBD American Shaman. They've got a great offer for you. Buy one, get one free. If you're at work on your way home, make sure you swing by here, whether you're just stocking up or if you are new to CBD American Shaman. You've got questions, they've got answers. They've got their Summer Buzz specials going on, 30% off orders of $99 or more. That's good at all the participating CBD American Shamans. Where we are, though, right here in Overland Park, 11050 Quivira Road. That's the northwest corner of College and Quivira. It's buy one, get one free. Topical oils, water-based CBD. The products are crafted to help with everyday stresses, physical tension, maybe more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system, or if you just want to kick back and relax, come on by. They got questions. We're also doing a little prize bag of a whole variety of products. Come on down, sign up. You could win that as well. The highest quality CBD is here at CBD American Shaman. Yes, indeed. Todd Lebo's here. Time for a little Lebo Sounds as we broadcast live at CBD American Shaman. Time for you to feel better. Buy one, get one free will help you. Stock up right now at CBD American Shaman here at College in Quivira, 11050 South Quivira. Come on by if you're going to be getting off work in a little bit. Make sure you swing in here because it's today only and only at this location now. Other participating CBD American Shamans have 30% off of orders, $99 or more. So if you can't get over to this part of town, that's okay. You can still get some great savings at all your CBD American Shamans. Stop on by here, though, where we are broadcasting live. The program's at College in Quivira, 11050 South Quivira Road. If you want to GPS it. It's buy one, get one free. I'm choked up about the offer there.
Hey, man, it's a good offer. It's
your
a good
pets.
offer.
Don't forget about your pets.
Yeah.
Got a pet that gets a little bit jumpy with the weather? You can help calm them down. Come on by.
Be ready for the 4th of July as well. There'll be some fireworks this weekend, probably.
Curtis is enjoying
this is my jam, the raspberry pear, the sparkling hibiscus tea.
There you go.
Love it. It's it helps with the inflammation, helps with the anxiety or anything, and the nano. I learned this, the nanotechnology. It gets into your system quicker. It has the active ingredient is absorbed faster, so you don't have to use as much.
Oh, there you go.
That's what the nano part of it is.
So if you'd like a nice beverage,
yep.
Curtis can point you to his favorite.
End of the night, kind of chill out a little bit. These
Absolutely.
Are good. They taste great.
We're not even halfway through the show here. You're chilling out already?
Yeah.
Don't expect much from Curtis the rest of the day.
Well, she wouldn't let me have it if she thought it was something I would be crazy.
Yeah. Todd Lebo is brought to you by our friends at Family Leisure. Their big Memorial Day.
3, 2,
Memorial
1.
Day. Yeah, we'll do that again. Memorial Day sale is going on. Hot tub spas, pools. Of course, they now carry the Sundance spas as well. How about a pool table? How about a poker table? How about some theater seating? How about a massage chair, Todd? How about a fire pit on a cool evening?
Oh, yeah.
Fire pits are the best. They got it all. It's where family and fun comes together. Go see them. They're at K10 and Ridgeview online at familyleisure.com. If it involves family and fun, it's at Family Leisure. If it involves family and fun, it's not happening at the K these days, is it, Todd?
No, it's not. I do want to direct – a lot of Royals fans probably watched the Cardinals series last weekend. You saw the fans having the fun with their shirts off, and it kind of turned into a thing. Now, officially this afternoon, the Cardinals said starting tonight, the upper right field bleachers at Busch Stadium will be a dedicated high-energy fan section inspired by the tarps-off atmosphere the fans brought to the ballpark. Any fan in the ballpark, regardless of seat location, can join the fun. Shirts optional. First question, any fan?
Any fan?
We'll see. We'll see. But that,
any fan meaning the ladies. That's what we're getting at.
Or maybe some of the tubbies either. I don't know. We need all that.
I think there's some of you fans, myself included, we're going to say a hard no.
No.
Yeah, because
no go on that one.
It would be counter to the idea of high energy and everyone being happy. Me, topless, not good.
And then, as I understand it, later in the year they're going to have their Winnie the Pooh section. Pants off.
Pants off.
Yeah, tops only. Pants option.
Pants off. Winnie the Pooh, Porky Pig, all of it, and you could be running around there doing it. But hey, they're having fun.
Donald Duck.
They're winning games. They're having fun. The atmosphere is good. The Cardinals are better than I think people thought they'd be. The other side of it too is they've got some empty seats. People can just go stand in.
No, they sell every game.
Baseball's
out,
best fans. Baseball's best.
Best fans.
Best
no matter
fans
what,
in baseball.
No matter what, they will be there.
Please come to the upper deck.
I like
and take
the
your
Cardinals. I root for the Cardinals. They're my
second favorite team in Missouri.
Yes, and my second favorite team overall. Third would be the Padres. Fourth would probably be, I like the Brewers. And then fifth, probably the Pirates. Maybe Pirates and Brewers.
Yeah.
Those are the teams, but definitely the Cardinals and Padres after the Royals. But yeah, the whole taking shots at empty seats at Kauffman
sparse
Stadium.
the last couple of years there.
Dude,
yeah.
They're never going to get 85 back. Just deal with it.
I've said many times, with our buddy Scotty Warman, I'm like, they're great fans. There's no doubt about it. But they've been given a great team to root for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they had at one point they had one sub 500 season in like 23 years.
Yeah.
It's like
get to the ballpark. Yeah,
they did a pretty good job there.
Yeah.
Now Royals fans, they know losing.
Oh, they know
Very
losing.
well.
Let me tell you something.
They know what bad baseball looks like.
Yeah, they do, and it's been frustrating. I know you guys talked about it in the first hour. Just all kinds of issues going on. Tonight, the lineup is out. Vinny is getting the night off. Tough lefty again tonight. He's getting the night off. Kaggs is up in the lineup, but Isaac Collins batting fourth. I mean, they're trying things. You talked about this yesterday. You have to have someone. If you don't want Salvi and Vinny batting 3 and 4, someone has to bat. Lane Thomas, Isaac Collins. I mean, they don't. Maybe sometime that will end up being Jack Caglione up there. Maybe Carter Jensen. I don't know. But they're trying other things, and people have gotten their wish. Vinny's struggling. He's sitting tonight. You can't fix it all in one day. You have to keep trying things. I am frustrated as a Royals fan as well. They should be better than they are. They're not. I mean, they haven't gone out and paid for Juan Soto, but they have paid Bobby Witt, and they did pay Michael Garcia, and they did pick up
They paid
Waka
Seth Lugo. They paid Michael Waka. They paid Carlos Estevez.
Carlos Estevez, and
Salvador
Matt Strahm,
Perez.
Sal Perez. They're not. This is not David Glass's cheapness back in the day. Okay, they are paying some of these guys, and it's just not working right now. Scott Sharp, the Senior Vice President of Baseball Operations, much like my title as Sports Operations here, was on New Day with SSJ today, and he said they just haven't quite been able to put it together and find their footing yet this season.
The thing that is, I think, probably most frustrating is because we believe in the talent on the roster. Like, we believe this is a really good roster that's underperforming, and I think that's the most frustrating part. I think if we felt like the roster and the record were sort of indicative of one another, you just kind of take your lumps and you understand that there's development aspect in certain things, but we're just not playing good baseball. I mean, we're just not executing when we need to execute, and I don't think that is anything profound. I don't think that's anything that the players don't know, that our coaches don't know. It's just not getting done right now. And I think everybody can take blame in that. Like, you can't point fingers at one particular player or one particular person or one particular, person in the organization. You just can't do that. Like, this is a collective. We just celebrate the victories as a group, and you try to figure out what's going wrong as a group. So, right now we're just not playing good, clean baseball. And you can see when we do, we're a pretty tough team to beat. Problem is, we're not doing that on a consistent basis.
They definitely are not doing it on a consistent basis. I mean, they're just not.
Can't confirm.
But it is interesting because I think I agree. I mean, they're just the team that, and it's the worst kind of team to be, that you will lose 10-9, you will lose 2-1, you'll lose 6-4. I mean, they ended up being a big margin last night, but they haven't had a whole bunch of 7-1s and 9-1s and things like that. They're generally pretty good ball games, and last night was down close to the wire. It fell apart. But they whatever it is, if it's not executing a bunt, which they haven't done this year, it's running into outs on the bases. It's not getting a sac fly when you need to. It's not putting the ball in play. It's coming in and walking somebody, putting someone on base. Everyone has a hand in it, and I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign, that you can't just point at one thing. But if everyone's got a hand in it, you can't really fix it in 1 second either. But I think most people thought this would be a better team than it has, because I think most people kind of believed in the roster. Now, they didn't have some, major upgrade in the outfield from over the beginning of last year.
The outfield is not the problem. Their outfield production is fine.
It's been way better. Because last year it was minus production for the first month and a half of the year with Hunter Renfroe and MJ Melendez. I mean, like I said, they didn't sign Juan Soto, but they're playing better. They're getting more out of the outfield than they had before. They're just not getting something that was kind of a given with Salvi and Vinny over the past couple of years. They're just not getting it.
I'll object to that. I don't think it was a given with Salvador Perez. And
he's older, yes.
I think that they didn't have to put another year on his contract. Now, I don't mind it because he's a career Royal, and if you're like, listen, as a franchise, if you're like, we just never want the man to wear another uniform, we think he's headed to the Hall of Fame. And we want him to be like George Brett.
But that's not going to help you this year.
It's not. But I think you got to know the player. Does it, you think Salvador Perez is going to walk away, or do you think he's going to have to be told you can't play anymore?
I think he's going to have to be told you can't play anymore.
I think so, too.
Is this the last year he's going to play baseball? No.
And he's under contract for next year. And so I think you could see over the horizon. And that's my thing is, like, you can't be we're all about the numbers, but only take the numbers you want to take.
Yeah.
You're either all about the numbers or you're not. And I've had this conversation with people in that organization. They're like, somebody said to me, hey, Salvador Perez is likely the last guy that will have a chance to wear a Royals uniform and go to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was said to me before Bobby Wood Jr. had emerged as what looks like a Hall of
Right.
Fame caliber player, but the point was still valid in the sense that, and I think this is likely with Bobby Wood Jr., that when he gets the chance to exercise the out in his contract, he'll probably do it, and at that point, he'll probably sign someplace else. So unless you're winning right to the very end of that moment, you're probably going to have to flip Bobby Wood Jr. to do what's best for the organization.
That'd be a tough flip.
But I don't care. I don't think you can manage your organization based upon the hope that one day, maybe you'll get a great weekend in Cooperstown, New York, to see one of the players in your organization go into the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
What you can do is manage your organization to create a winning baseball team that gives people the want to go spend money on your product. And so there are, listen, I'm not on team fire everybody, and I'm not ready to fire anyone right now. But I'm tired of hearing about the base runners being aggressive and we like it, and because that's not winning. The carrot, the loving them up, you've hugged everybody. Now it is time to maybe like, we've got to stop killing ourselves on the bases.
Yeah, it's well, let me play the soundbite first, and then we'll talk a little bit too. Because it's base running stats are a little bit weird, but there's a lot of them out there. Okay, so here's Scott Sharp. He's just as disappointed as anyone is about the poor base running he's seen.
We're just not running the bases very well. We're not making smart decisions. Again, collectively, it's just we're not doing it. It seems like when we try to push the envelope, it's the wrong time to try to do that. Michael last night, to talk about one particular play, you're going to have first and third with Bobby up. That's probably not the time to do it. Unless it's just, from the time you drop the bat, that's a double because I know they're throwing to the plate. I think there's just a lot of elements of it. I mean, there's small things like base hits, not getting the right read or right jump, and then either being thrown out of the plate or not being able to score. I mean, it's not just steals. It's multifaceted. And I think there's an element of players certainly understanding that we're not scoring a lot of runs, so I got to do something. And sometimes you're just doing it in the wrong situation to do it.
They have been doing it in the wrong situation, but there's some stat called OOB, outs on bases, right? And they have 19 outs on bases this year. The league lead is 21. It's shared with 3 other teams. But there's a stat called stolen base opportunities, which basically just means you're on base, right? And they're not on base as much. So if you want some percentage of outs on bases with the number of times they've been on base, the Royals are probably the worst in baseball at that, okay? And, you heard Scott say it in there. It's like, I think these guys do hey, listen, we may not get a hit. I maybe need to get that extra base. So these things, I think, build on each other. But there's this stat out there called bases taken, which is like taking the extra base on things. And they're actually one of the best teams, or have one of the most of them in the league on there. But we don't remember
that. Well, they run till they're out.
Because they lose these games. So it's when you're losing the games, you remember the bad ones. It was like when they first had the shift, and Ned would go, hit the ball right where the guy was, and because you remember that one. You don't remember when it worked and they were shifted somewhere and you did something else. So I think that
Jeff Montgomery made that point during the zone, and I thought it was a good one. He's like, listen, Jaron Duran made the first out at third, trying to stretch a double into a triple. We don't remember that as much because the Red Sox went on to win the game. It was a very good point, and I agree with him. So in and of that one, and then he went on to talk about, but you can't make these mistakes, right?
Yeah.
But my frustration is this is the second year of this going on. And my frustration is that I'm hearing the exact same thing from Matt Cotrero.
And from Bobby and from whomever. I mean, they just say they're going to be aggressive.
And that has to stop. And
unless you're better at it.
I really appreciate hearing Scott Sharp say that. I did not hear his conversation this morning on New Day. So I really appreciate that. I'm glad somebody in the organization. By the way, does anybody know, did Michael Garcia's head explode? I don't think it did. I haven't seen any report on that.
I've not seen
no,
it.
I
No.
Let me check Snapchat.
Did Lane Thomas's? Did he combust like a Spinal Tap drummer?
Not that I've seen.
No. So it was okay that somebody in the organization said that they've made mistakes and they didn't, it melt like the face of the Nazi soldier in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
At the end,
it's okay.
You can criticize. Yeah.
You can be like, listen, this is obvious. We can't do this.
Yeah.
And I just think that I cannot take any longer reinforcing bad baseball. And that's exactly what Matt Quatraro is doing. And I've been a staunch and will continue to be when it comes to most of the stuff that Matt Quatraro does. But he has got to stop publicly making excuses for what is bad base running and being like, well, if he's safe, then we're all excited.
But he wasn't.
No blank.
But he was out. There's something you don't to be a good base runner. You don't have to just be fast. You have to have instincts and things. I don't think Bobby was a great base runner early.
Alcides Escobar was not a blazer, but he was a terrific
very good
base runner, very instinctive.
And I think the Royals in 14 and 15 had a lot of good instinctual base runners. I mean, like the play that Hosmer made to send the game
Alex
to extra
Gordon,
innings. The dash home and made Lucas do to make a throw. Billy Butler was stealing bases in the playoffs.
The best base running
then.
team in baseball.
They just did all those things. This team is just not good at it. Now, listen, part of the reason they were good at it, they were on base more. You got more chances to do it. Guys got hits. You did things. I mean, the Royals on base as much as they need to be to get good at doing it, I guess. But these aren't even really close plays sometimes. That's the real bother. They're just you see it and
they're baseball 101. Don't do it. There are plays that you're not even supposed to be close on. If you're going to go, it has to be a no-doubt, no-brainer. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you cannot be bang, bang, and, well, we went to the replay, and it turns out he's still safe.
Yeah.
That was not smart, okay? First and third out of third, you don't do it. I just, I don't know what – Michael Garcia with Bobby Wood Jr. behind him.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even want him at second base because then why wouldn't you pitch around Bobby there?
He's already got
He might
third.
just give you the base. It was a dumb decision.
Michael's had a couple this year. Bobby's stolen base numbers weren't, he gets thrown out a lot, and he's made some bad plays this year, but they're just aggressive at doing these things. As I was looking through some of these numbers, another team that I saw up there, they're probably having these exact same conversations in Detroit. Detroit's disappointed this year, right? Mm-hmm. They're not playing as well. They're just as bad as the Royals at these things. So it's a part of the game. I mean, you have to be good at it. The reason the Royals had success, I think, in 14 and 15 in those years wasn't just because of the bullpen and all that stuff. They did these things right.
We called them greasy wins because
the Royals have greasy losses now.
Yeah, the Royals did not. You didn't get more than 27 outs.
Yeah.
And this team at times has been giving teams 28, 29 outs with some of their gaffes in the outfield.
And they're giving them 2 or 3 on the bases the other way.
They're only using, 24, 25 as batters because they hand outs away.
Giving them a free inning.
And they never did that in 14. They played good quality baseball.
That was Monday night, right, when the Red Sox right fielder, they ended up getting a double because it bounced off his glove, and they immediately gave it right back by doing a dumb boneheaded thing on the bases. You know what I mean?
I think
you got given an out, and then you just went and gave it back to him. Because last night, Duran was in left field, right? It was left field. Duran made 2 great catches out there, and he wasn't out there on Monday. But the Royals got a gift, and then they blew it by running into an out that same inning.
Can you imagine if the 14-15 Royals played this year's Royals team? I'm talking about taking advantage of mistakes.
They'd run all over
7-2 every night.
Yeah, they're just it's some of those things. But listen, here's the deal. When your roster is what it is, and I think the roster is good enough to be competitive, okay? But you have to do these little things, and they're not doing the little things. And that's the disappointing part for it, because you could overcome having a really rough start from your 3 and 4 hitters if you didn't give outs away on the bases.
Yeah, it goes beyond that. Garcia not coming out of the box strong last night and just basically saying that. That's when you're going to do that. Part of the reason why he was out at second was because lollygagged out of the box.
And the steal, the delayed steal thing, just asinine. You know.
I don't know what is the thought there.
I don't know.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. I got a question for you. Is there something else that's maybe draining them? Todd Lebo is with us. A little Lebo Sounds brought to you by our friends at Family Leisure. K10 and Ridgeview is where family and fun comes together. It's where their Memorial Day sale is going on. Hot tub, spas, pools. You need anything for going in your pool. Floaties. How about some tubing out on the lake? They got everything. Like I said, when family and fun come together, they do it. At Family Leisure, billiards. Got that as well. Poker tables. How about some arcade games? They can take care of you. CBD American Shaman can take care of you today. We're here at College and Quivira. You can take advantage of buy one, get one free. This location only. All the participating locations, you can get 30% off of an order of $99 or more, but it's buy one, get one free. So if you need more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system, or just want to kick back and relax, get to CBD American Shaman. We're at 11050 Quivira Road.
Kurtis Seaboldt.
Smelled walking in, I will smell walking out.
On the program, weekdays from 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Did you know that the Low T Center has served over 500,000 patients since 2009? They continue to lead the industry in TRT. And this month you can enjoy a free men's T test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Just head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for your free T test today. That's lowtcenter.com. Listen, don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds of out-of-pocket at a TRT franchise. At Low T Center, you can get insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. So what are you waiting for? Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. And if you didn't meet your goals in January, trying to get in shape, trying to get back working out, at Low T Center, they're extending their free testosterone test. So no risk, no commitments, just answers. Low T Center also works with most insurance plan and continues to be the most trusted name in the TRT industry. So don't wait. Go right now. You can pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. And if you start treatment, Low T Center is the most trusted name in TRT. Highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to you, your personal health needs. So you know you're getting the most effective treatment you can possibly get. The deal won't last forever, so call or head to lowtcenter.com right now. That's lowtcenter.com and book your TRT appointment today at the Low T Center. Again, that's lowtcenter.com.
Spring in Kansas City means blooming trees and clogged gutters. This is Jeff Montgomery. This year, let Gutter Cover KC keep your gutters clean so you don't have to. With over 20 years of experience and hundreds of local 5-star reviews, Gutter Cover KC delivers proven, worry-free gutter solutions built for Midwest weather. And every installation is backed by a lifetime no-clog gutter guard warranty. No more ladders, no more mess, no more stress. Schedule your free estimate today at guttercoverkc.com. Gutter Cover KC, gutter protection you can trust.
At Falcon Lakes Golf Club, the experience doesn't end on 18. After your round, the Nest Bar and Grill is a must. Grab a drink, order up great food, and relax on one of the best patio views in Kansas City, overlooking the course and the lakes. It's that stay for one more kind of patio, the perfect spot to hang with your group and relive every shot. You won't feel rushed. It's all part of the Falcon Lakes experience. Championship golf just west of Kansas City. Book your round today at Falcon Lakes Golf.
All right, the Twin Peaks end of the hour answer. What player holds a single-season record for points per game with at least 10 NBA playoff games played? Jerry West, 40 a game in 65.
The logo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. We're at CBD American Shaman. You can stop on by and take advantage of buy one, get one free here at our location. We're at College and Quivira, northwest corner of College and Quivira. We're going to hear about the WBC being the problem again, that they had so many guys and it zapped it. I mean, Bobby Wood Jr. has not had a problem from it, but Michael Garcia has not been as good after a quick start. Vinny hasn't been good. Carlos Estevez was hurt. I mean,
we talked about that a couple weeks ago when JJ brought that up. I think we're far enough away now. I mean, no, that's not the excuse. I hope they're not going to say that.
Shouldn't be.
No. They got to just, I mean, they got to win a game and then try to win two, but they haven't done that in a bit.
Figure something out against left-handed starters.
I'm telling you, like every time they play the White Sox just take it out of them, and then they're just not right for a while afterwards. There's got to be something mental about having the White Sox beat your ass after you kind of own them for 2 years.
Yeah, I would agree. Todd, we appreciate it. Way to take a beating today.
We lost. It's Kurtis' fault.
All right, how many Pro Football Hall of Famers played their college ball at Morgan State? Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
pain in the ass. He's done it all on the gridiron from South Bend to Arrowhead. From football on the radio, back to football, then more radio, then a little more football, and now radio again. It's Chiefs Hall of Famer Tim Grunhard on the program.
Brought to you by The Plumbing Pro. When you really need a plumber, the one to know is The Plumbing Pro. Visit them online at theplumbingpro.com.
That's right, time to talk to Tim Grunhard, football insider, life coach, all-around swell guy. He, of course, is always brought to you by The Plumbing Pro. Remember, the one to know is The Plumbing Pro. If it won't flush, if that water won't heat up, if it won't drain, maybe you've even got bigger problems like the line coming into the house, Plumbing Pro handles all plumbing issues. They can even remodel that bathroom. That's right, new shower tub. In fact, I mentioned the Petro deal. Get $2,000 off a new tub or shower at The Plumbing Pro. Go to theplumbingpro.com. That's theplumbingpro.com or call 816-763-8200. We're broadcasting live today at CBD American Shaman. We're here basically on the northwest corner of College and Quivira, right around the corner in the mall from our friends at Hen House, the Kurtis Seaboldt Home Hen House.
It's my jam.
That's right. We're right around the corner from that. You can start your summer out right. CBD American Shaman, a great place to help you find focus, balance, rest, more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system, or if you just want to kick back and relax, visit your local CBD American Shaman location. They can help you with whatever path you're seeking with high-quality CBD products designed to support your wellness. You'll find the balance you need to enjoy the beautiful weather, whether it's the topical oils, the water-based CBD. Their products are crafted to help with everyday stresses and physical tension. Remember, free samples every day. Today only at this location, buy one, get one free. BOGO! Buy one, get one free. So if you need to stock up or you're just interested in finding out, come talk to their experts here at CBD American Shaman. We're on the northwest corner of College and Quivira at CBD American Shaman. The store faces to the east. So we're kind of around, we're kind of north a little bit here in the strip mall, so come on by and say hello. We say hello to Tim Grunhard. Timmy, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. You're talking about two of my favorite sponsors you have on your show, American Shaman, who I use their products all the time, from their topicals to their Delta 9. When I go to bed every night, I take a little Delta 9. It puts you right to sleep. Sleep hard, sleep fast, and sleep pretty thoroughly, so that's a nice little perk from American Shaman. And then, of course, Steve Bushhorn and the Plumbing Pro, who we've been using for many, many years. Great people. I'll tell you a guy that doesn't need the Plumbing Pro and Steve Bushhorn and the great people.
Dynamite segue coming, Curtis. I feel it. I don't know about you. Let's see where this goes.
It is Rashid Rice.
Oh!
He seems to be able to flush his career right down the toilet without ease.
I knew who you were going to. I didn't know how you'd get there, and I have to admit, Tim, you exceeded my expectations.
Well
played. That was fantastic.
I'll be like George Costanza now. Good night now.
Good night.
Gonna walk out.
That's it. Timmy's going to take his shirt off and head to the bathroom. Here we go. Listen, that is a great point, but the more I think about it, when this first dropped, and it was pretty raw, pretty fresh when we got on the air yesterday, but after doing the podcast last night with Sam McDowell and Jeff Jadea, and then Sam was in on the program yesterday, I mean, has he damaged his career? Absolutely. If I were in charge of the Kansas City Chiefs, would he have flushed his time with the Chiefs down the toilet? Absolutely. But I'm not. And Sam McDowell has pointed out, I mean, I think they're just going to view this as, well, he already had the punishment. Now he just serves it sooner rather than later. Sure, it sucks that we're missing he's missing OTAs and minicamp and all that, but the more I hear it, the more I think the Chiefs just are oblivious to this kind of thing. I mean, I guess if he didn't tell the owner he wouldn't do weed, if he didn't lie to Clark Hunt, then I guess there's virtually nothing you can do to get cut. Is that how we should view this?
Well, I mean, so listen.
Well, let me ask you this first. Let's take it in stages. If they were going to cut him, wouldn't he already be cut?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to cut him. They're not going to cut him. They may not re-sign him. They may not give him a new contract, but they're not going to cut him. Number two, listen, this was a dumb, bonehead mistake. But the reality is that marijuana is legal in the state of Missouri. So, obviously, with different workplaces and different laws and different things, that you have to deal with your job and your profession. You're not supposed to, partake in marijuana, but let's face it, most people do. You just drive around the streets of Kansas City, you'll smell marijuana everywhere. So, it's a dumb mistake. It's an unforced error. And yes, he's going to miss OTAs, and yes, he's going to miss minicamp. But I think that one of the things, and I could speak from experience on this subject, is the knee cleanup. Okay.
All right. Wait a minute. I don't. Let's save that because you've unpacked several things there that I think we need to stop on before we get to the knee cleanup. Marijuana is legal. The NFL, if he tests below, it's like there's this 150 mark, which is basically, as I've read it, 4 times the legal limit to drive. So, like, the NFL has relaxed their marijuana policy to the point where you basically have to be 4 times as stoned is what would get you driving under the influence rule. They've made it pretty much like, smoke away, boys. Just don't be ridiculous. Now, I want to point out, I believe Jordan Addison was suspended under this policy, so he exceeded it last year, and that's where his 3-game suspension came from last year. So guys can still get suspended for marijuana, but you got to really, 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 go at it. We'll see what the level is. I don't know that we know that yet, and if he exceeded that level, then there's an automatic suspension that's right there. But I don't think it's the marijuana that anybody's bothered by anymore. I think society's moved on. I don't think anybody out here is thinking, oh, man, he did marijuana. What a horrible person. I think everyone's recognized the change in society and where it is. It's that you were told all you got to do to keep playing football is don't do these things. And he couldn't follow that for a year.
And if there is a legality issue, it is legal in Missouri, but he was in Texas where it's not. When he was,
there you go.
When he was stopped. So even if people want to say, well, pot's not illegal in Missouri, he wasn't there. But as you pointed out, it is even about that. It's about
your probation is in Texas, so you're going to have to test in Texas. So it's based upon those laws, of which they were undoubtedly told to you. I put it this way, Tim: if I told football fans out there, listen, we're going to take football away from you. You cannot watch football on Sundays, on Saturdays, on Thursday nights, on Monday nights, on Sunday nights, on Fridays. You can't watch football if you test positive for this substance. I don't think 100% would say, fine, no problem, I won't take that substance. But I think at least 50% would. And you know what they have writing on it? Nothing other than their enjoyment of watching it. What this man had was the extra enjoyment of being able to play it at the highest level, and be handsomely paid. And hopefully get an even bigger contract next year, and he couldn't do it. How can you possibly say football is important to this guy?
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with everything you guys said. And I didn't know that he tested in Texas. But that makes a lot of sense. And that's what it really comes down to, is you were given some parameters by the legal system, by the judicial system, I guess would be the better phrase, to uphold in order to, basically play football and stay out of jail. Okay. And he decided that, listen, I'm going to do what I want to do. And now he's going to pay the consequences. So, I was looking through this whole deal, and, the 30 days that he was going to have to serve, they just said, okay, listen, we're moving it up. You violated your probation, and you're going to jail for 30 days. So, it's what it comes down to, guys, is simple. It's one word: selfishness. It's just selfish.
Yes.
He's just a selfish guy. You know what? He's not a team guy. I don't know him personally. I don't know how he is received in the locker room. But after all these different things that guys have been wearing these T-shirts, free for, free this.
How dumb do all of them look?
Yeah, they're backing up their buddy, backing up their guy, trying to give him some support. And then what does he do? He slaps him in the face. And he slaps not only the organization, but the players and the fans in the face. It's as simple as that. That's hard to come back from. I don't care if he scores 5 touchdowns in the first game of the year. It's hard to come back from those kind of things. So it's a shame. It really is. And I know we're going to get to the other things later, but there's just a lot of different things that he's going to have to deal with now because of this terrible misjudgment.
As the only one of us 3 who've been in a locker room, particularly an NFL locker room, one of the things I've been thinking about since yesterday is the morale of a group of players who, as much as any sport, there's a camaraderie and there's a sense of a unit and a family in that because of what you have to go through during the season. And if you're a player who does everything right, you're at all the meetings, you're at practice, you do everything right, you're no problems off the field, and you look across the locker room and there's a guy who does none of that, and he's got the same job you've got and is facing no repercussions. What kind of impact does that have? What do other players think of a situation like that?
Well, players are inherently selfish also. I mean, they want to win football games, and they want to succeed, and they want to make a lot of money, and they want to go to Super Bowls. So they're going to give a guy a benefit of the doubt if they think that guy's going to give him an opportunity to have success on the field, especially winning football games and helping them to, further their career and give them an opportunity to win Super Bowls, because that's basically what you're there for. Is you're there to win a Super Bowl. The money's great. It really is. And I get it. There's some people that play just for the money, but most of the guys say, listen, they want to win a Super Bowl. You want to win. That's why you're playing. That's why you play the game. You play the game so that you can, be the best that there possibly is. That's kind of that ego stroking factor that comes into the NFL. But it gets to the point where if you can't trust a guy, I think that's what it's come down to now. You get this. I was with some guys that made some really dumb mistakes. I mean, we had shootouts in Westport. We had guys that were going 180 miles per hour down I-70 and flipping their car. We had guys that were selling cars and doing all kinds of things. I'm not going to litigate and go through all the names of those people. I think we all, if you're a Chiefs fan, who we're talking about, okay? So those guys are all in the locker room, all right? But at some point, you're sitting next to a guy, and you look over and you realize that this guy is going to either make or break my year. And you only get a certain amount of them, okay? I was lucky to get 11, but most of the time, I think the average is 4.5 or something, or 3.5 or 4.5 years. So you only get a couple shots at it. If that guy's sitting next to you, you don't trust him that he's going to do the right thing. If you don't trust him that he's going to be there for you and give you everything he got, and everything that he could bring to the table, then you know what? You can't work with him. You just can't. And I'm not sure in my mind's eye, if I was sitting next to Rashid Rice, I'd say I can't trust the guy anymore. I just can't. Now I don't know what this locker room is. I don't know the guy. I don't know if maybe he's a sweet guy. Maybe he's a great guy, but he just makes horrible mistakes. I don't know. Maybe guys really like him, but they're like, man, oh man, boy, he just keeps shooting himself in the foot, can't make good decisions. And, and eventually it just wears you out. And, we had guys like that, it just wore you out. And, that's what kills a locker room, when guys are like just apathetic about what's going on in the locker room and on the field and practice field. And everybody's excited for the games. Everybody wants to win the games, but the games aren't won on Sundays. The games are won all week long in preparation and making sure that you're doing all the right things on and off the field. And guess what? You can't trust a guy like that.
You can't. Listen, to Kurtis's point about you being in the locker room, here's another guy who's been in the locker room, Mitchell Schwartz. Quote, "It's too bad OTAs are ending a week early. Otherwise, the guys could have broken out the free 4 T-shirts during practice on June 16th. Schwartz wrote on, this is what he wrote on Twitter, now that he's, actually in jail for the bad thing he did, what a missed opportunity. I think it's clear Mitchell Schwartz, thinks that
he's done.
He also added, the absolute best rehab plan a week after surgery is being in jail for 30 days. That's what they all said.
Yeah. And that's what I want to get to, and we'll get to that eventually.
Well, let's do it right now. I mean, this is yet. I said this the other day. I don't know what county jail or wherever jail he's going to be in. I don't know if the yard has some great, benches and maybe some elastic bands that you need to work the knee. But I'm pretty sure just sitting in a cell confined is not the way they want you rehabbing the knee.
I can promise you that the Kansas City Chiefs and every NFL team, every college team, and by the way, probably every high school team in the country has better facilities to rehab a knee than it does in the county jail. All right, so let's start with that. 30 days of no rehab, no PT. I've had these surgeries, okay, these cleanup Okay, I had one every other year for 11 years. Okay, I've had 6 of them. I've had 6 cleanups every year. It seemed like every other year I was going in and getting it cleaned up, and it takes a while. And that's with the best doctors. That's with the best physical therapists. That's with all the different machines and ice and stimulation and the pressure bubble leg wraps to push the swelling out to the pharmaceutical stuff that you're not going to get in jail.
Yeah.
So I don't care if he thinks that he could throw some ice on it from the commissary, or he thinks he's going to go out in the yard and do some strides and do some like band work. That's not going to do it, guys. So this is going to put him behind at least 2 or 3 weeks in his rehab. It may not be all 30 days, but it's going to put him behind. You naturally heal and it comes back eventually, but you need the physical therapy. Believe me, I've had so many surgeries, including the 2 shoulder surgeries. If I didn't go to rehab, and I didn't go to physical therapy, there's no way I'd be able to use them. They'd freeze up.
What are the odds that he needed this cleanup because he didn't take the rehab seriously the last time? I mean, like he obviously is not like, man, I got to dedicate. I'm having to do another surgery. I got to really be focused on this. No, he was like focused on how do I get a buzz going.
And I'm thinking like it's if you could say his knee as it is now will be absolutely the same when he gets out on June 16th, then you could say, well, that's just how much they've lost 30 days of the rehab. My fear would be, you mentioned, Tim, that the body starts to heal itself. But if it's not healing itself in the way that it needs to heal itself that you use rehab for, part of the rehab is so that when your body repairs itself, it does it in the way that's best for it. Will he get out on June 16th and then have to kind of break down everything that's happened naturally for the next 30 days and redo it again? It might push him back even further. I'm not a doctor, but we've seen people whose knees have healed that didn't do any rehab, and they're jacked up. They're worse than they were before they even had the injury.
And they're not elite athletes, and they're not out there trying to cut and do a drag route or do an in route and plan on that knee and all those kind of things. Yeah, I mean, your knee can naturally heal, and if you don't do PT, which I don't know anybody really that goes and has surgery doesn't do.
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt you, Tim, but I like you've said that twice. I don't even think that's on the table about the knee naturally healing. Like, you're a professional cheating football player. That's not an option. They're paying you to be in peak physical condition, not just to get by, not just to be okay.
To be ambulatory when you're 60.
Yeah, they need you to be explosive. They need you to be everything you can be. Frankly, they need you to get better every single year. That is the demand of the job. And so, we can fast forward by, is he hurt a little or not? Screw that. Let's talk about the fact that the league is going to look at this and whether he met the threshold of the marijuana. He definitely put the league in a bad light, which gives them the possibility of suspending him. And if they do, he's a multiple-time offender. And so we're not talking about a couple of games. So why, if you're the Chiefs, once he gets suspended, is that when you release him? Do you think he's actually going to rehab well? I don't. Do you think he's I think it's clear why his season sucked last year. He didn't take anything serious. He's never taken anything serious. Why do you think he's going to take it serious now? And by the way, this is not Tyreek Hill. This is Rashee Rice, a guy who averages 64 yards a game. Not one of the most explosive, dynamic wide receivers in the game. And Tyreek Hill, for all his BS, never put this team in the situations that Rashee Rice has put this team in. They look dumb. They look dumb. Clark Hunt looks dumb. He looks like a stooge. And at what point is that enough?
And to your point about, that his knee, he probably didn't do the rehab, and that's what everybody's thinking. So once again, it goes to that trust factor where, a guy, after you have a surgery and after you have a procedure, your teammates will trust that you're going in and doing physical therapy, whether you're in the complex or not in the complex. I always chose to go in the complex, but guys live in different states. There's different places you can go to get physical therapy. But that's what creeps into the head of players. Like, okay, listen, this guy had a surgery after a major injury, and now he's going back in. Yeah, you know what? He could have. Now, I'm not saying he did. I'm just to be the devil's advocate. He could have had physical therapy and done a great job of rehabbing the knee. And you go in. Sometimes you have to go back in there and clean some things out. It's part of the natural progression. Just hold on. So, and I'm not saying that that's what happened, but nobody's going to believe that. Nobody's going to think that because they don't trust him. And that gets back to the thing. So now he gets thrown in jail. He's not going to have physical therapy. The Chiefs are going to have no way to examine that knee. They're not going to be able to go in there and see where it's at and how it's at until after he gets out of jail. And now he gets out of jail. And like you guys said, if you're not doing physical therapy, you're not doing it correctly, it'll freeze up a little bit. You don't have the flexibility. And now you got to break up all kinds of scar tissue.
And he's not that good. He's not even that good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're spending all this time and energy making sure we cover every possible scenario and base. Like this is a complete waste of time, as is the Chiefs' efforts with him. It is a complete waste of their time. It magnifies the fact that they have missed on numerous other occasions to varying degrees on the wide receiver moves that they've made over the last years, and they have not prioritized solving that position. The only reason they are screwing around with this is because they don't have better. That's it. There's no reason to get I can't stress enough how foolish they look. All right, and they've dragged. Now we're talking about Travis Kelce wearing free 4 shirts. One of the worst moments of his time in Kansas City, when it's supposed to be some kind of victory tour for him, some last lap. And now here we go into the season, and we're talking about, man, how dumb do you feel for wearing that shirt, which you should have felt too stupid to put on in the first place? Don't you feel even dumber now, man? It stains all parts of the organization.
So you don't feel comfortable with Xavier Worthy, Tyquan Thornton, and Jalen Royals and Cyrus Allen as your wide receivers next year?
No, I don't. Let's talk about that. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. I don't want to get any further behind. We'll take a break more with Tim Grunhard. We'll get into how they do replace Rashee Rice. You said all the wide receivers. I was going through them all in my head. How they replace Rashee Rice in-house or out-of-house. We'll do it next with Tim Grunhard. He's brought to you by our friends at The Plumbing Pro. The one to know is The Plumbing Pro. For all your plumbing needs, find them online at theplumbingpro.com. Buy one, get one free here at CBD American Shaman. Stop on by. We're on the northwest corner of College and Antioch.
Morgan State.
Well, Willie Lanier.
1.
I'm guessing there's somebody else I don't know. I'll say 2.
There are 3.
Ooh, okay.
Willie Lanier, Rosie Brown, and 84 years old today, Leroy Kelly.
Ah, okay. Very good. Willie Lanier. Yeah, Morgan State. Very impressive. I like the way you wove a chief in there, Kurtis.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Lanier. Who else?
Rosie Brown.
Rosie Brown.
And Leroy Kelly.
Leroy Kelly. Okay. All right. Pretty good one there. La Feta, always a great one. La Feta Italian Delicatessen there on the southeast corner of 143rd and Metcalf, coming very soon to Corinth as well. Their second location, voted the number 2 new restaurant in Kansas City by the Star. Remember, they cater. Their charcuterie boards, their sandwiches are wonderful, but you do need to give them 24 to 48 hours. Don't call them up at 11 and say we need 50 sandwiches. They won't do it because they're not sending you an unfresh sandwich. Only the best from La Feta Italian Delicatessen. Don't forget, we're here at CBD American Shaman today. If you need more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system, or just want to kick back and relax, visit your local CBD American Shaman. We're right here at College and Quivira on the northwest corner. You can come on by and say hello. Great products for your pets as well. You got a pet that gets, anxious when the storms roll around? Check out some of their great pet products. Buy one, get one free here at this location only at CBD American Shaman. You got the rest of the day to get in here, but get in here today to take advantage of the buy one, get one free. We're talking to Tim Grunhard here in the program. Tim, how about that wide receiver room if Rashee Rice is gone for a while? What do you think? Who's the go-to guy? Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Worthy, Cyrus Allen, Jalen Royals. Where are you looking with the football if you're Patrick Mahomes and you got no Rashee Rice?
Wow. Boy, some great options there. That's a tough question. Listen, Tyquan Thornton, I think, can play a bigger role. Is he the answer? No, he's not the answer. Xavier Worthy still hasn't shown me that he could be a number 1 receiver, not even a number 2 receiver. He's got some speed, and they use some creative ways to get him the football, but not really the answer. Jalen Royals, incomplete. Don't know. Didn't do anything last year. Don't see him really being a huge part of it. Be great if he is, but don't see him being a huge part of it. They're going to have to go outside of the building. And once again, with the cap issues that the Kansas City Chiefs have, and with all the different aspects of free agency, they're going to go on because now they're desperate. Okay, they're desperate. And the agents are licking their chops. They're calling the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're Stephon Diggs' agent, who he's 32 years old, you're calling them Chiefs and trying to make a deal. If you're Deebo Samuels, 30 years old, if you're, Brandon Ayuk, if you're Keenan Allen, if you are, even Tyreek Hill, if he's healthy, you're licking your chops because the Chiefs need somebody. Yeah, I do think that the Chiefs, especially the first 4 weeks before the bye, are going to be heavy on the run game because I think, number 1, they're going to try and protect Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, I think they, with their new toy and Kenneth Walker III, they're going to try and run the ball a little bit more. So, but eventually they're going to have to throw the football and get it down the field to somebody, and they don't have anybody in the stable right now to do that. So this is not an easy answer. I mean, you're going to have to go outside. To find a wide receiver. And I just don't know if any of these guys, if you look at it, if any of these guys fit, Juwan Jennings, any of these guys fit, can they come in and be the difference maker? And it's really a bad situation for the Kansas City Chiefs. But you know what? Like you said, Soren, I mean, Rashee Rice, he's a number 3 and maybe even number 4 in most teams. For us to think, or for anybody to think that he was going to come out and be a number 1 receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's fool's gold. It really is. So, this is something that should have been addressed earlier. I know they tried to address it a little bit in the draft, but they really didn't put a lot of draft capital in the wide receiver. So, it's a tough situation. Patrick Mahomes coming off a major surgery with the wide receivers that he has choices to throw to. It just doesn't feel good. Now I have the Chiefs, and if we get time, maybe we can talk a little bit about the schedule. I have the Chiefs winning, the first 4 games going into the bye. But let me tell you something. That 14-week stretch that they play after the bye is a gauntlet of hell and they're going to have all their offensive weapons playing at the best they possibly could play at in order to win those football games. So this is a really, really bad situation for Brett Veach, Andy Reid, and Eric Bieniemy coming in as a new offensive coordinator.
I will tell you that let's talk about how good is Rashee Rice. Like, what are they missing without him? And how important is it to go get him? You know, there's some stats out there like his yards after the catch per reception. In other words, you know, his yak yards per catch was the highest in the NFL. Okay? But his yards per catch, his expected yards per yards after the catch, you know, so like what you should get. In other words, like, oh, this route, like you're catching the ball at the line of scrimmage, right? I'm scrolling to find his name. And, like, he's basically just giving you what he's supposed to give you. I mean, I'm way down the list. Here he is finally. He's plus 0.6 yards expected per catch. So, in other words, he's got this great number of yards after catch, but he's really only giving you about a half yard more than you would expect, right? So it's kind of, to me, that says like, okay, well, what does he do? Well, he's a great yards after catch guy. Yes, if you look at the gross number of yards, yes, but he's kind of a product of the scheme in the sense that like anybody you put in there is supposed to get almost all of the yards he's getting after catch. He's only adding half a yard to each catch, according to the advanced analytics of football. Now, do I think it's that easy? I don't know. I mean, listen, you can tell me he's better than that, fine, but you can't tell me that he's this, you know, once-in-a-generation guy. He just is not worth all this baggage. And, you know, a guy that shows up in kind of the same neighborhood is Deebo Samuel. I mean, if you wanted to try to say Deebo Samuel averages over a yard per catch over the expected yards after catch. I don't think Deebo Samuel is fast. I know he wasn't fast when he was coming up by receiver standards when he's coming out, and I don't think he's gotten any faster now at age 30. But he seems to be able to get loose when he's on the field, to get loose, catch it, and do something afterwards. I would think that you can do, and I don't think Rashee Rice is particularly fast. So I would think you could get most of whatever you're getting out of Rashee Rice out of Deebo Samuel and just move on.
What Deebo Samuel gives you that Rashee Rice doesn't, and it's not that much, but what he does give you is, you know, last year I think he had 72 catches for 727 yards, and you're exactly right. I mean, he is also a guy that, you know, kind of falls into the Rashee Rice design, him open, and, you know, he'll have a little bit of space, a little green grass and white lines to run. And, you know, the only difference is, I think, with Deebo Samuels and Rashee Rice is that Deebo Samuels is more physical. He breaks tackles a little bit more. He's more of a you know, a guy that, you know, he's going to fight for a couple extra yards. I don't see that out of Rashee Rice. I just don't. So, yeah, I listen, none of these guys, that's what I said. I mean, there's no good answers. There's really not. Tyreek Hill, he's 32 years old, coming off a major knee thing. I just don't know. I mean,
until somebody shows me that Tyreek Hill's healthy, I don't even like bringing up his name.
Stephon Diggs last year, he posted over 1,000 yards receiving with the Pats. Which
can you sign Stephon Diggs after a guy who was accused of domestic assault has had all kinds of problems? Like, you can't even think about him, can you? If it's to replace Rashee Rice?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. And you know, once again, you know, Andy's has been known to, you know, give guys, you know, opportunities that he thinks he could save, and he hasn't done a very good job with Rashee Rice. And I'm not blaming Andy Reid. It's not his fault that Rashee Rice is making terrible decisions, you know, in Texas. You know, Andy Reid, you know, he's doing his deal in Kansas City, and he doesn't know what Rashee Rice is up to.
Let's talk about that.
You know, you guys like
hang on. Let's
talented.
Let's back up. I don't like just breezing by. Andy Reid doesn't know what he's doing. Like, how about like when you got the guy in your office after he's?
I did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but you could talk to your blue in the face. It's like your kids. I mean, my kids were very, very good kids and listen to it. But you know what? You could tell them one thing It goes in one ear and out the other, and the next thing you know, they're doing exactly the opposite of what you told them to do. So, I mean, you could threaten, you could you could give them every opportunity to have success, and if they don't take it, they don't take it. And, once again, going back
but you can't cut your kids, Tim. You can't cut your kids, and you can cut this guy. So I mean, I don't even see the parallel there. I mean, I'm sorry, I object to that. There's like the idea. I will say this, like where the problem lies with them is the fact that go ahead, Tim.
I hate to tell you. Well, I mean, you say that I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but I've known plenty of parents who've cut their kids. So, do you want to do it? No, but I've known people that have done that and said, hey, listen, this kid is, it's too much hassle. So, and it is what it is. But yeah, go ahead and finish. But listen, I find it hard. Andy Reid can't be babysitting this kid over, and I agree with you. Just cut him. Go ahead. Just go ahead and cut him and get rid of him. But I just don't see them doing it this year. I don't see them re-signing him. But I think that he sticks around this year. He plays this year, and even if he has a great year, I think he's gone.
The idea that part of like, we're going to cut you if you don't agree to be in Kansas City. Like, you need to be here. We need to know where you're at. You obviously can't handle this. I mean, I think it shows negligence on their part for feeling like, just let him go wherever he wants to go. He'll handle business. You already know he won't. And it should have been part of what, how he made it through the first go round. I mean, the video of that crash was enough to cut him. Period. End of discussion.
Yeah.
And so if you did not lay out a very strict and narrow path that he needed to walk to be in your organization, then you blew it. I mean, I'm sorry. There's just no way around that. And, they have no one to blame but themselves for this. And as long as they continue to do this. And look, there are other guys. Look, they could have taken somebody else. Josh Downs went at pick 79 when they took Rashee Rice at 55. I mean, there were the wide receivers after him. Marvin Mims went at 63. Tank Dell has been productive for the Texans. He went at 69. Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman. I mean, there were other guys. Josh Downs is the next productive guy. He went at 79. I mean, they chose to walk down this path knowing that he was already a player at risk when they took him, and they have not been able to manage the situation up till now. I mean, the reality is, it's why guys like him, I say, by the way, Puka Nacua went in the 5th round of the same draft. Okay? Wow. So, I mean, Rashee Rice ranks 10th in his draft class. Now, a lot of this is because he doesn't play that often, but he ranks 10th in his draft class in yards, in total yards. Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith and Jigba went 20. They didn't have a shot at him. Zay Flowers, 22. Jordan Addison, 23. Josh Downs, 79. Michael Wilson, 94. Sam Laporta went ahead of him at 34. Quentin Johnston went ahead of him at 21. Jaden Reed at 50. I mean, but there were guys that went after him. It's just you went down this road with an at-risk player, and he's done nothing but put egg on your face. I don't know. I'm tired of talking about him. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, to me, they look like fools. I can't stress it enough. And these are smart people, but they clearly, and I don't understand why you would take a player at risk when you have Patrick Mahomes. I mean, this is one of the points I made last night on our Red Golden Bowl podcast, and that is, listen, you already made the big gamble, right? The big gamble was trading 3 picks to go from 27 to 10 to take a shot at a quarterback that many people said had bad footwork and comes from an air raid offense that doesn't translate to the NFL, and the guy's going to be a bust. Many people said that, and you killed it. You crushed it. You got the best quarterback in the NFL. You don't need to gamble anymore. You don't need to take at-risk players. You just need to put solid, quality players around this man, and he is the cheat code. You need to put a quality system around him, and he will get you there. I don't know why they screw around with any at-risk players once you've already won the biggest gamble you can possibly win by getting it right with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah,
and to your point, Patrick Mahomes is going to make most of these guys look really good and guess what? He hasn't made
Yeah.
Rashid Rice look really good because Rashid Rice just isn't.
Yeah.
Simple
All right.
as that.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the schedule next with Tim Grunhardt. He's brought to you by the Plumbing Pro. If you've got any problems with your plumbing, the one to know is the Plumbing Pro. We're at CBD American Shaman here on the northwest corner of College and Quivira. Buy one, get one free here at CBD American Shaman. Welcome back here on the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHP. We're talking to Tim Grunhard as we broadcast live here at CBD American Shaman. Come on in. You've got questions. They've got answers. Maybe you need to sleep better. That's one of the things Tim uses here at CBD American Shaman. More energy, boost your immune system. Just want to kick back and relax. Come in, ask questions. Buy one, get one free while we're here. Always free samples here at CBD American Shaman. Stop by the northwest corner of College and Quivira. Tim, the schedule overall, you're first. We haven't had a chance to talk to you since that was released. It ain't easy. We knew the opponents were going to be rough. 3 games at home over a 3-month span between September 20th and December 21st. That jumps out at you. Plus that 3-game road trip at Buffalo, at the Rams, at the Bengals. It ain't going to be easy for them to get back to the playoffs.
No, it's not. I put down 3 concerns I have for the 2026 schedule. Obviously, the early bye, week 5. The pros are gives the Chiefs a little bit of breather, and they can see what they have after the first quarter of the season, but that's about as far as you can go to even get anything positive about having a week 5 bye. So it's not a good situation for the Chiefs. And then, like you said, they have 14 weeks of consecutive football to end the season. After week 2, the Chiefs only play 3 of 12 games at home. And then the holiday hangover, at Thanksgiving at Buffalo, and then you go home and you go travel all the way to L.A., which is another Thursday night. So you really don't get that little mini bye there because you're playing 7 days later instead of 10. And then, of course, you go to Cincinnati, which is not an easy place for the Chiefs to play. So those are my 3 main concerns: the bye, the 3 of 12 games at home after week 2. And then, of course, like you said, the holiday hangover, where there's 3 games on the road in basically, 2.5 weeks, basically what it comes down to. So it's that is a really rough schedule. I do think the Chiefs start out hot. I think they start out fast. Now, this is all predicated on whether Patrick Mahomes is healthy. I mean, we don't know. Everybody's talking about Patrick Mahomes is ready. He's going to be ready for week 1. He's doing stuff at practice. You don't know what's going to happen. And listen, I'm not rooting against Patrick Mahomes, but I'm rooting for him as a player and his future. You rush in there. Patrick Mahomes is a very competitive guy. I see him out playing golf and doing all those kind of things, and it looks like he's, got his feet underneath him pretty well. But all it takes is one bad step or one miscue in training camp, and all of a sudden you set yourself back a little bit. So it's an unknown where he's going to be for the first 4 weeks. That's why I think if Patrick Mahomes is ready, and talked about it a little bit earlier, I think Eric Bieniemy in this offense, they've got to lean on the run a little bit in the first 4 weeks until they let Patrick Mahomes get his feet underneath him and understand where he's at, understand what wide receivers he has and who he's going to throw to. How is Travis Kelce going to bounce back after, the long offseason he's had? There's all kinds of questions that have to be answered. But if you look at it, I think the Chiefs start fast. I think they start 4-0 going into the bye.
Yeah, I hope so. They're going to need to. I think the other tough stretch is that coming back from the Seahawks on a Sunday night and then having to turn around and go to Denver the following Sunday. They pretty much, they're not going to get home till like dawn or later from that Seahawk trip, and then they've got to get ready for the Broncos. I think that's going to be a difficult stretch for them to try to navigate there as well. Tim, always appreciate it. Great stuff as always. We will talk to you next week, my friend.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Tim Grunhard, Chiefs Hall of Famer, life coach, football insider, joins us each and every week. We're live at CBD American Shaman. Buy one, get one free. Stop on by. From topicals to oils and water-based CBD, their products are crafted to help with everyday stresses and physical tension. You've got questions, they've got answers. They've got buy one, get one free here at CBD American Shaman. We're on the northwest corner of College and Quivira.
It's
All right, 2 pitchers are tied for the most career wins for the Boston Red Sox. Name either one. Brought to you by La Feta Delicatessen.
Fourth quarter of the program begins right now as we finish strong here on a Wednesday, broadcasting live at CBD American Shaman. You've got questions, they've got answers. They've got a great special as well, buy one, get one free. Participating CBD American Shamans are offering 30% off on orders of $99 or more, but if you come to CBD American Shaman here in Overland Park, 11050 South Quivira Road, it's buy one, get one free. BOGO, time to stock up. Also going to be giving away a prize pack with all kinds of goodies in it, so you still got time. You got an hour to come down here and get signed up for that. Whether you're looking for more energy, better sleep, boost your immune system, maybe you just want to kick back and relax, find focus, balance, and rest, CBD American Shaman is a great place to help you out with that. Come down and talk with their folks. They can line you up with whatever it is you're looking for. Great products for your pets as well. They can help you find whatever it is you need. High-quality CBD products designed to support your wellness. You'll find the balance you need to enjoy this beautiful weather, from topicals to oils, water-based CBD. They're crafted with the crafted to help you out with everyday stresses, physical tension. Free samples every day, and like I said, here at the Quivira location, College and Quivira, northwest corner of College and Quivira, it's buy one, get one free.
Boy, when I was younger, I've used a place like this for the dogs. With the fireworks on 4th of July, they would just hide in my mom and dad's bedroom, and even sometimes like on Christmas or Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people. One of the dogs is just like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
But there was nothing to do back then. This place didn't exist.
No, I agree. Great place to come out. They got an equine line as well, so come check it out. CBD American Shaman. We're on the northwest corner of College and Quivira. Just right around the corner. We're facing east. We're facing Quivira, right around the corner from the Kurtis Seaboldt home hen house.
Yep.
How about that? Let's get you the things you need to know. Brought to you by our friends here at CBD American Shaman. We'll start with some of the post-game from last night. Let's hear from Matt Quattrero when asked about the struggles with men on base.
Well, I don't know if there's one answer. I think the mentality is good. I mean, these guys are preparing their execution or thoughts about the game plan and the approach are really solid. They're competitive. These guys are, between every at bat trying to make adjustments. Unfortunately, it hasn't stacked together. For 10 days, 2 weeks, we were trending pretty good there offensively, and then this last week's been rougher, and it's a grind. But I mean, these guys are good players, and with the ability to bounce back, and that's what we're counting on.
You're around the major league average in almost every offensive category, with the exception of runs scored.
Yep.
Is that a situation where if those other numbers stay there, the runs will eventually come? It really seems like it's something you really can't address.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up because, we look at that stuff all the time, and even the underlying numbers, as far as hard hit and those kinds of things, they are there, and it's just a matter of, I hate saying that just because it's not that easy, but cashing in some of those opportunities. We talk about that a lot in here, right? Well, you got to give yourself the opportunity first, and then you have to figure out how to put that best at bat together when you have it.
Giving him an out. Okay. No, I think it's true. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think if they just keep doing what they're doing, the offense will get better. But they can't keep giving away bases, giving away outs on the bases, and they've been doing that constantly. Matt Quattrero was asked about being aggressive on the bases last night.
Yeah, well, I mean, start with Lane in the first inning, the hustle double, getting to second base, setting up a second and third situation there. So that was a positive from him, going hard out of the box. He's got a green light to steal, and in a situation where obviously we're struggling to score runs, that's a split second from being him standing up on third. The guy held the ball a split second longer and got us. So that was a tough break there. And Michael reads the high throw out of the guy's hand. He launched the throw, and catcher did a good job of throwing him out at second.
Just to be clear, did you like that aggressiveness from Garcia going to second?
Yeah, when you read a throw like that, I mean, that's what everybody's taught to do. You read that throw launch out of his hand like that, you go.
you're taught to run out of the box. You're taught to not let up until you know you're going to stop, and he didn't do that. I don't like hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that, frankly, from Matt Quatraro. I like this more. Scott Sharp, VP of Baseball Ops for the Royals, was on New Day with SSJ this morning. He appears every week. Sharp is just as disappointed as everybody else about the poor base running.
We're just not running the bases very well. We're not making smart decisions. Again, collectively, it's just, we're not doing it. It seems like when we try to push the envelope, it's the wrong time to try to do that. Michael last night, to talk about one particular play, you're going to have first and third with Bobby up. That's probably not the time to do it. Unless it's just, from the time you drop the bat, that's a double because I know they're throwing to the plate. I think there's just a lot of elements of it. I mean, there's small things like base hits, not getting the right read or right jump, and then either being thrown out of the plate or not being able to score. I mean, it's not just steals. It's multifaceted. And I think there's an element of players certainly understanding that we're not scoring a lot of runs, so I got to do something. And sometimes you're just doing it in the wrong situation to do it.
I like that better.
I like that
a lot better. Let's have some accountability. Let's admit there's mistakes. It's not the end of the world. I'm tired of the excuses. It's one thing. I get it if you can't get a hit, you're up there trying to get a hit. But when you're running into outs, it's boobery.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
And if there's to offer any type of thing that might be, well, this could be better. We've said this before, the difference between what a manager says to us and what he says to the team. If what he says to the team more aligns with what Scott Sharp said,
then
that's
I'm
a little bit better situation. But if it's not, if what Matt Quatraro said to us last night is how he feels that there's a disconnect between two people who are in significant positions within the Royals about how they're running the bases.
Yeah,
and that ain't good.
No, I want accountability, and I think the fans deserve some accountability. And I think the tone of Matt Quatraro defending mistakes on the bases has to change, and it needs to change pretty soon. They'll get that chance tonight. Royals and Red Sox back at it, 6:40 on Royals TV. Michael Wacha against Connolly early. That makes the Royals a minus 118 favorite with the way that Michael Wacha has been throwing the ball. Your lineup tonight, a little bit different. Lefty on the mound again for the Boston Red Sox. So you still have Salvador Perez batting third. Maikel Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Sal Perez, 1, 2, 3. Salvi's going to play first base. Make a note of that. Isaac Collins in left. Nick Lofton at second base will bat fifth. Caglione in right, 6. Marte, DH, is 7. Diaz, the catcher, 8, and Kyle Isbell batting 9. No Vinny Pasquantino. He gets the night off against the lefty. So,
at what point? Just kind of one more point on the what Matt Quatraro said about the base running. At what point does the fact that the fans are upset about that part of it, and are upset not just that they're not doing this well, but are upset at what you heard last night? At what point does that become? It's better off to just say what you think. If he is saying two different things, to protect your players, and just say, here's the truth, because I'm starting to piss off the people who are paying to come see the ball club.
I think it's right now. I mean, I think there's got to be a conversation had that, listen, we can defend, and we can defend, but you do not want to alienate your fans, and I think that's where he's going.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Matt Quatraro fan. I don't want him fired. I don't think he should be fired. That's not the point of my conversation, but I think they need to start being honest about what's going on, because diapering everybody is not working right now. So it's time to go ahead and be a little bit honest.
You're 9 games under.
Yeah. The New York Knicks won last night, a 115-104 victory in beating the Cleveland Cavaliers, a game in which they finished 44-11. The Cavs went to 11.
They went to 11.
But it wasn't enough.
I saw somewhere it's the first time in NBA playoff or regular season history in which a team scored 44 the last 55 points in a game.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty impressive what they were able to do. The way they went about doing it was apparently attacking James Harden, former guy who used to coach James Harden, made it pretty clear. I don't think there's any love lost between these two. You'll hear that. So they had a strategy against his old player,
When I was with Golden State, we played Houston in the playoffs. We counted James Harden's dribbles. And we told our guys, hey, he's dribbling close to 1,000 times. He's not doing that anymore because they got Donovan Mitchell. But at the time, we were like, he's dribbling almost 1,000 times a game. And, our high guys, KD at like 300 or right below 300, keep picking them up full court, keep making them dribble, because at the end of the series, at the end of games, it's going to wear them down.
I mean, he went on to say, we went right at him.
Yeah.
I mean, our plan was to attack Harden. He made it clear, like, this is what we're doing. And they went at him. I guess he didn't coach him, did he? I thought he coached him at one point. But
he may have.
Maybe he didn't. Anyway, Spurs and Thunder, game 2 tonight of what was a very entertaining game last time out. Thunder 7.5-point favorites. They trail the Spurs 1-0, minus 250 on the money line if you wanted to get in on that.
Playoffs have seen the highest viewership through 2 rounds in 29 years. That goes back to Jordan's second to last year. So the game, there have been some blowouts, but there have been some scintillating games and some comebacks. The first 2 rounds and the first 2 games of this round seeming like we're heading. There's 2 classics. One amazing individual performance in a back-and-forth game, and then the next coming from way back to force overtime and win it. I hope we're getting ready for another, 3 series, full 3 series of games just like that. But the fans have been liking what they've been seeing.
Yeah.
Best ratings in almost 30 years.
And I think everybody will be tuning in tonight. Will not get a chance to hear Mike Breen call bang. And you got one less than Mike Breen thought he was going to give you last night. Here's his call on a Cavs missed 3.
Merrill, 3-pointer, in and out. That one halfway down.
But in and out.
He was ready to hit the bang.
But that's some good breaks.
Yeah, that's elite deceleration. I love
that.
That
is. Give me that one again.
Merrill, 3-pointer, in and out. That one halfway down.
Wow.
That one in and out. Halfway down. Pre-bangulation there.
Yes. He's so good.
He's great.
I mean, we've had some really good ones over the year, but I mean, they don't let any schlubs in that seat, but he's fantastic.
No, he's really good. So who's got the other call?
It's NBC. Who was on that game?
Oh, it's Tirico.
Oh, yeah,
It'll
that's
be
right.
Tirico. Yeah.
Tirico and Graham.
Tirico and Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller and somebody else in the middle I didn't quite recognize.
Jamal Crawford?
Yes, it is Jamal Crawford.
Who it was.
It is Jamal Crawford.
That's who I think it is. Anyway, that'll be the call tonight. Of course, you'll hear it right here on Sports Radio 810 WHP. And how about this? Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers said today that the 26th season will be the last of his career. Quote, yes, this is it, Rodgers said when asked if this would be his last year. Whatever. Whatever. Please ask me next year again. Like, let me tell you something. He'll probably sit out a year and then come back because, like, oh, no one's asking me questions anymore. Come and talk to me. We'll take a break. We're at CBD American Shaman. Come on out and take advantage of buy one, get one free here in Overland Park, 11050 South Quivira. That is where we are at. CBD American Shaman, College and Quivira. Can't hear you. All I hear is Lebo. Task, restrictor, plate.